Oh shit. It's a good sound clip for the season.
I look at the computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for? Nelly.
Look at that kicker. That's a big, thick boy kicker. I think it's 61 yards. Let's see if you get it, boy. Yep, 61. Going for you. SEC. Let's go. Make it good. It's good. The kick is good. Are you kidding me? Holy cow. Oh, go wild in that place. Go wild. Oh my gosh. That is wow. Man, I like that thick boy kicker. I want him.
I know you saw that game earlier with the Cowboys, so I just wanted to stop by on my way home. Complete blowout. Yeah, you're in Cowboys Nation. I don't think you know where you're at. America's team, baby. You're in Cowboys country now. All right? I don't know where you came from. It's Cowboys country over here. So you saw that? You saw that today. Man, woo! What can I say? Hey, we did that in our home. It's our home game. Now I'm in front of your home. Check this out. Yeah. Go Cowboys, baby.
My little snow bunny be getting active too, man. So, you know what I mean? I know he be doing this thing. Oh, that's
your nickname? That's your nickname? You don't call him C-Mac?
Look at your face was like, what the?
Who's Snow Bunny? You don't call him C-Mac. You call him C-Mac?
Nah.
The little Snow Bunny.
I call that's my little snow bunny cuz, man. He be doing this thing and
Okay.
What?
The Jets traded Sauce today.
To where? To where?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll get you a different one. He went to Indianapolis, and they also traded. They also traded Quinn Williams.
I thought you said video.
He did, but so did Sauce.
No, I don't like the Jets. That did Quincy leave?
No, Quincy's still there.
All the Jets stuff now.
No, it's fine. Quinn Williams on the Cowboys. Sauce went to the Colts. It's okay.
I like the Colts now.
Guess what? We got.
Robin B. Yeah.
Bro, y'all need help, bro. Who told y'all that? Who told you? J-Mo, that's your fault.
Who is it? Daddy? That's Daddy?
It's goddamn bingo over there. Where's the goddamn
You gonna make it sore with that gun. You gonna make it, yeah, because that's a bruise. It ain't just no soreness, it's a bruise. You gonna aggravate it with the gun. Yeah, just moving, just stretching it. I graduated exercise science. I'm gonna list something, damn it.
What keep you motivated though? Because like people like you don't ever get tired.
Tired of what? Winning?
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the time. Roll! Time! Roll!
The MVP front runner. If anybody else got to say something different about that, then come see me. I'm right here in Beemore outside the bank. If you got an issue with that, come see me. I'm about that. Big trust. Woo woo. Lamar Jackson in the flesh.
All right, so why do you continually try to get me to say something that doesn't respect one of them? I'm not going to. So quit asking.
You all right? Why? Nick Saban retiring? Huh? Nick Saban retiring? What? It's all it is. Oh, no.
Hey Connor, Nate, it's Shane Wells with CNBC. How are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm going to talk about money because we are the business network and the business of the USA and all that.
I'll take over from here, Nate. You can bounce. take a coffee break, Nate. And by coffee break, I mean bring me my coffee.
No. They want you to give us a quick count to 10, both of you gentlemen, if you don't mind, just if you wouldn't mind counting to 10.
Nate can only count to 5. 10. Count to 5, Nate, will you, if you can?
You count.
Hurry up with that coffee.
Counting. How about
and hurry up with that coffee.
Intentional grounding, offense number 7. 10-yard penalty. I'm talking to America here. 10-yard penalty and a loss of down. Second down. That is the best line I've ever heard out of official.
Go Bulldogs.
Yale Bulldogs.
Wow.
Not so fast, midget. Not so fast.
Midget?
Yeah, little guy. Hey, not so fast. I go with Harvard. What's the matter?
What's the most fun thing you did this summer?
Play Call of Duty.
Defensive Auburn's Haley Fagan in the handshake line. Puts her hand down while walking by the Florida coaches, and the head coach, Tim Walton, pushes Fagan in the shoulder right there, and she pushes back. Watch it again. Now you leave somebody hanging a little bit there. So that's not going to happen, and he misses and pushes on the shoulder, and she shoves right back. Player gets the coach.
I don't know. I just throw the ball on the ground. Coach say, hit ball, see ball. I throw the ball on the ground. I get it up. And we win the game, baby. And we win the game. Thanks to the team, though. Thanks for the team. Thanks for the team. Remember that. Thanks for the team. It's not about me. It's about us. It's about us. It's about our family. Like heartbeat.
Are you allowed to date other members of the team, or do you have to wait till the season is over?
What? No, there's nobody on the team like that. No.
So you must realize that you have many fans out in Austria. They see you and they just would do anything to kind of spend a night with you. What do you say to those guys?
I'm not gay, so I'm not going to spend any night with any guy. So
do you have a message to Austria's gay community?
Yeah, I'm not gay, so don't come looking for me.
If you head to the Ravens YouTube channel, you can get a really good look at what that...
I'm fucking tired of this shit. I'm tired of this. It's been 7 years of the same shit. Tired of this shit.
Are you in this game? Let him handle it. Let him handle it, damn it. Well, let him handle it. Let him handle it. Oh, you shut the fuck up and let him handle it. Don't tell me nothing. You understand? Get off the fucking sideline. Pushing on my... You don't push on my damn...
Guys, and press it out. Reach the arms up. Puff your chest. Arch the upper back. Look back. Good. And bring it up. Oh. You guys.
Took a few more here for Lamar. Mike Jones? Lamar, there was that point in the season where you guys lost 3 straight, 4 or 5.
Mike Jones, that's lit. Mike Jones, that's lit right now. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's all right.
I don't even know what to do. Wrestling? How much was it?
I don't know. 721. That's stop. I know you did.
$721.
Just told us.
Oh my. Oh. What the?
Are you a cat or a dog guy?
Neither.
Really? Do you have any pets?
I have a dog, but I don't.
But you're just not a cat.
It's technically not. It's not my dog, but it's my dog.
Yeah. All right. So you're more of a dog guy than a cat guy.
No.
Are you just not a pet guy?
I don't like pets.
I'm with you, Devontae. What the heck? He doesn't like pets either.
We're on the same page.
Why? Why don't you like pets?
They're a nuisance.
Yeah, I just don't. They're just sloppy.
They're sloppy. Yeah. Some dogs are sloppy. Some dogs don't slobber, and they're not sloppy at all.
No, all dogs are sloppy.
You just need to meet the right dog, Devontae.
Yep. Hey man, how's it going? Are you Jake?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, so someone called in reference to your Facebook post.
The eagle floss, man.
I know. So
I'm fine. The eagle floss and the dogs are barking.
I got you. You don't plan on hurting yourself?
No, the fucking Jalen Hurts threw 3 goddamn. Turn the ball over 6 times, man.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. All right, man. I appreciate it. All right. Take it easy.
Are you going to school tomorrow?
I don't know.
Is he going to school tomorrow?
No, he ain't making it. What do you get out of competition with these guys?
Can I say something about your outfit though? You got a lot of bananas on. I would not put on that many bananas on there. You must be a banana guy, I'm assuming, right?
Ask him where you buy it from.
You really want to know?
Yeah. No, you didn't.
Did you know that people shop there?
No, I didn't actually. Hey man, if you like it, I love it, brother.
I'm like, bro, Cowboys supposed to be playing tonight. What the fuck is going on? I got my hat on, I got my jersey on, I got my forces on, I got my swag on, I done prayed to my Jesus, everything.
Damn, I gotta go out here for hands. Now I gotta go out here for hands. Damn! Hey, good? Alright, catch your breath, get that back out there now. Ain't nothing but a little snot. Little snot coming up out of them. I need to put this on my head. I ain't trying to get sick now. Damn! Damn wind. Option route. No. Damn, why my hands so blue? I'm cold as hell. My hands froze. Take my ass inside. It's cold to them. Chill. That's a bruise. It ain't just no soreness, it's a bruise. You're gonna aggravate it with the gun. I'm gonna talk to that. I graduated exercise science. I'm gonna listen. Damn. You getting your ass out here, you finna block. I ain't blocking. No, you getting your ass out here, we finna block. I ain't blocking. Blocking the date.
I'm not blocking. They're both seeing the same thing in the courtroom. What's these guys?
No, Your Honor. Your Honor.
Yeah. Look at Littleton. Just egging him on. He's mocking his argument.
I've been to Charlotte twice. I've been to Raleigh. I've been to Raleigh twice. Raleigh.
Oh, okay. Close enough.
That's how you say it? How you say it again? You for real? But it's spelled R-A-L-E-I-G-H.
Raleigh.
That's Raleigh.
Close enough. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, she was nice too, huh?
He's just looking at the Kansas sideline. Right there. Now that's inappropriate. That's inappropriate. Now the slant to Williams, and he spins his way into the end zone.
I'm gonna go to Cancun like everybody told me to do, and I'm gonna enjoy myself because I don't have nothing else to do. So take myself there.
Hey, here we go, here we go. Hey, what is hot? Hey, turbo, hey, can. Hey, what is hot? I knew how important this was for our team. Our team chill. I knew how.
Run, man. Run the ball. Come on.
We promise we won't let you get sacked no more. So sorry that we got you hurt.
Joe Burrow, Heisman Trophy winner. Does this look like a Heisman Trophy winner?
It does. Show it to him.
Show everybody. What would you tell this kid right now?
Looks like a national champion.
Get. That's the dog mentality. This is high rate fucking robbery. Man, I'm trying to get some of this gas back. Hey, you think if I go in there and tell them that I put the wrong gas in here, they give me a refund?
Where we at? Back at the crib, yeah.
I am from Florida, bro. I am not supposed to be in this right here. But the gas station trying to get gas. But where in the world? Take me back home, man. Detroit, I love y'all. I love playing for the Lions. But bro, I need to go with the house. You're late, baby, late.
Put on the Alabama shirt. You just won the SEC championship.
You almost said. You know what you almost said.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever let that scarf sit down anywhere. You might not ever see it again. It won't even be a question about who took it. I'm gonna send you ransom photos with my face and with the scarf wrapped around my head like the Taliban. You're just ridiculous.
No, you are a spoiled brat. You're over here pouting.
You were just ridiculous.
You're pouting.
You know what the word ridiculous means?
Can you spell ridiculous?
Yes, K-A-Y-L-A.
No, ridiculous spells Annette.
No. You've been acting this way this close to Christmas.
Oh, no, don't you turn into this grandma thing that you got going on over here.
If you had won, you just wouldn't.
I've never seen anything like that in my life. Oh. Well, that was the Miller. Watch this, dude.
Damn.
What the? He bumped that line. I've never seen
quick.
Oh, no. Oh, shit. I see Reggie Bush. And I had to go back and replay this because what the fuck is she crying for, boy? That bitch must have bet her soul on this game. Then watch this next white lady come up. Boy, she act like somebody killed a pet.
I mean, it's obvious. I mean, we're so far past that, to be honest with you, but that's obvious. I mean, you just want to piss me off going to this week.
And roll tide. Thank you. Roll tide. Roll tide. That's what. Roll tide. Roll tide.
Man, I hate Tennessee because first of all, it's Tennessee, and I just hate them because they low down, they dirty, they some snitches, and I hate Philip I hate their colors. I'm not a dog person. I just hate Tennessee, man. Like, and I hate Neyland Stadium. It looks like a garbage truck worker convention, and I hate all their quarterbacks. I hate Tennessee, man.
Describe what you feel about the colors too.
It reminds me. It's not that orange that you can stand. See, I hate Tennessee more than I hate Auburn. I just dislike Auburn. I hate Tennessee. See, Tennessee's colors is that throw up orange. It's not that orange you can sit with. It's that puke inside of a pumpkin orange. And I don't like pumpkins. So I really don't like Tennessee, man. I can't stress that enough, man. And they losers. They sore losers because they're not Alabama. And I hate Tennessee, man.
That was beautiful, man. Probably best interview I've done all year. Thank you, man.
I can't stress that enough. I hate them.
I mean, his ability to just escape and make plays on the run, I mean, it's just outstanding what I've seen. And just the defensive side of it as well. They're definitely going to be a concern for me going forward if Alabama doesn't get their offensive line straightened out.
Chelsea, that's a great point, because if you look at Alabama's...
60 seconds, right?
I can't wait to get paid again.
Oh, baby. You know what? I'm still happy. Oh, there it is, buddy! Woo!
What is up, y'all? welcome back. Hold on, let me get my stuff going here. I seen CDT Beats in the chat. Let me play his drop. Which one is it?
Now use your approved electronic devices. You'll find.
There we go. We got CDT Beats. Oh man, you know what? Pooh Man. I don't know if I loaded this one up, but I need to add. Oh wait, maybe I did add it. Let me see if it's under this one.
Yeah! They squabbling out there now.
Not that one, y'all. Not that one. Let's see. Well, I don't know if I added it, but if I find it, I will definitely add it. Pooh Man sent me this one video. I might as well just go ahead and add it to this one real quick. What's up, Big Natty? Stephen James, thank you for being here. Let me go to drops. Okay. I'm going to add this one real quick because this is perfect. I was like, Pooh Man, you're the greatest for finding this. And I know you guys will appreciate it. So let me add it real quick. I just gotta figure out what I saved it as. There we go.
Rolex wearing. Woo! Diamond ring wearing. Woo! Kiss.
Let me add the sound for me to hear. Here we go.
Wheeling, dealing, woo! Limousine ride, woo! Jet flying, woo! Son of a gun, woo! And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. They give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo!
Wait, did I, y'all?
Oh, and
oh wait, no, that's D-Monies. That's D-Monies. Oh, what's up from the Black Couch? Let me play your drop since you came in. There we go. Alright. Now back to the show. After my brief distractions. Alright, so we'll begin with a motivational video, get into some shorts that Derek sent me, and then I want to show y'all the UFL halftime show. Y'all, this lineup is crazy. I'm not kidding. Crazy lineup for this UFL halftime show. Let's see. We got the Wizards in Oklahoma fight that Reaper sent me, and this happened the other day, but I missed it. So we'll check that out, and then obviously the main part of this live is reacting to sports commentators, so we're gonna get into that and then close with the motivational video. So let's go ahead and begin with the first motivational video for the opening.
Forget your wife.
Some of y'all sat in my office and told me about your mama, you told me about your siblings, you told me about the little brother, you told me about the situation, grandma, and all that. Don't forget that when you're here. Quit looking at what somebody else got and worry about what you have. Because God been good to all of us because we're here. Am I right or wrong? Forget your why.
So don't forget your why. Don't forget your purpose. You know, this is Deion Sanders. If y'all don't know who Deion is, primetime. He played for Dallas Cowboys. He also is the head football coach of Colorado. But don't forget your why. Don't forget your purpose. And he said God's been good to all of us. I don't know why, but it made me think about what your average logical thinker on YouTube talks about in her lives. She says, if you woke up today, God gave you a purpose. You still have a purpose in this world if you got a chance to wake up today. And that's so true. So don't forget your why, don't forget your purpose, because we all have a purpose as long as God woke us up today. So that's the opening motivational video. I hope it is a help to one of y'all. It definitely is a benefit to me and a great reminder to just not forget why I do what I do. So next, I believe we're going to get into the shorts that Derek sent me. Don't worry, they're nothing traumatizing, y'all. It's nothing traumatizing. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let me play it. Y'all, that's one of the most controversial plays in NFL history. To throw bottles is insane. Like, we're talking glass bottles. Like, we're not talking nothing like a water bottle here. Nothing plastic. To throw glass is insane. So, that's the first video that Derek sent me that I wanted us to check out. Hold on, I didn't have my chat up. My bad. Aw, man. Y'all couldn't hear it. I forgot. Something's up with this. It doesn't play the sound. Either way, I mean, you don't necessarily have to hear the sound. It's one of the most controversial plays, though, where they ruled it a first down at first, and then they took it back and said it was an incomplete pass, and then the Browns fans went crazy, started throwing glass bottles at the refs on the field. So it was one of the most controversial plays. I don't know how the sound used to play on here, and then all of a sudden it just stopped with this. Maybe I can find a longer form video of it and reshare it, which means I won't get to play the other one Derek sent me. I just now thought about that. I'll save that for a different day and just, I guess, download it. I was hoping I could just play it this way, but oh well. Moving on. Keep the show going. Oh, good to see you, Lauren. Good to see you here. Hey, Miss Chelsea in chat. Let's see. Go ahead and play Derek Strop. We all love Derek Strop.
Leave Chelsea alone. What's wrong with you, G Hunter? I'm the one who's telling you about your fantasy. Listen. Send me your address so I can send you a rainbow flag. Since you want to look like Alicia Keys. That's okay, man. You can't even grow. You can't even grow enough hair. Okay? I'm not accustomed to a man wanting to look like a woman. And you too dark to look like her. Why don't you? You know what? You look like a good Jennifer Hudson. That's what you would look like.
Gremlin, nigga. Like a gremlin.
You dark to be Alicia Keys. You look like a Jennifer Hudson.
Hey, G Hudson. G Hudson.
You look like a gremlin and top of look like a predator.
That's your name for the year, G Hudson.
That's your name for the year, y'all. G Hudson. Oh yeah, we didn't do the national anthem yet. All rise, Touchstone Tribe, for our national anthem, because we're patriots over here, Touchstone Tribe, okay?
On the Star Spangled Banner, Fergie.
Let a flag walk still there.
There we go. Got our national anthem. Okay, so next, I want to talk about this UFL halftime show. Y'all, this UFL halftime show is going to be amazing in my opinion, but I'm a little bit biased, okay? They got Gucci Mane. Are you kidding me? They got Gucci. They got, Ty Myers, I believe he's a country singer. Gavin DeGraw, I love Gavin DeGraw. If you watch One Tree Hill, that was their theme song, one of Gavin DeGraw's songs. Let's see, you got Nelly, you got DJ Collie, Russell Dickerson, he's another country singer, and Ludacris. Ludacris and Gucci, that's all I needed to hear. That's really all I needed to hear, right? Ludacris and Gucci. I mean, Nelly, too. Nelly, Gucci, and Ludacris are probably the top 3 that I'm most excited about on this list. But this is just a halftime show, like one halftime show. And I just found out about this on the Pat McAfee show because I was watching that earlier. And they said, like, is this going to be like a 45-minute halftime show? Or, I mean, what are we going to do? Like, is it just one song each? Because if you let them all perform a 3-minute song, I mean, you looking at a little bit, like, 3-minute songs, you're looking at more time. So it could end up being a 45-minute halftime show. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this halftime show. Fergie works at Starbucks now? Don't tell me that from the Black Couch. Does she really? No, there ain't no way. Fergie made too much money. What's up, Dr. X? Good to see you here. You know what? I have your drop now, too. Let me play your new drop. I'm so glad you're here. Let me look. Let's see. Here we go.
I want to see titties.
What's up?
Oh, man, get your ugly ass off the fucking thing. Fat head ass.
I thought Boozy was fitting since, you know, Louisiana. So that's your new drop, Dr. X. I hope you like it. Okay, you're laughing, so I'm assuming you like it. But yeah, this halftime show, y'all, I'm so excited about this halftime show. Do y'all like it? I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. Give me your guys' opinions on what you think, especially about Ludacris and Gucci. And Nelly, too. We can add Nelly. Now, I used to call this man Whale. I used to think his name was, I think it's Wally, but I call him Whale. I kind of sound like that when I get to cussing people out. I bet you do. I bet you do sound like that, being in Louisiana. Yeah, I bet you do. But what do y'all think about this halftime show? I honestly could care less about DJ Khaled, although he does have some hits, but DJ Khaled, Ty Myers, Russell Dickerson, I am pretty excited about Gavin DeGraw. But Wally, Whale, whatever you want to call him, I mean, that's whatever. I was satisfied with just Gucci and Ludacris and Nelly. But yeah, are y'all gonna watch this UFL? I think y'all should. Our cussing is diabolical. Yeah, the cussing in Louisiana hits different. Like, y'all gonna hurt my feelings. I won't lie. If y'all get to cussing, I'm probably gonna shed a tear too, because it's brutal. Y'all have some heat behind that. I don't care for any of these artists. I like the 2022 NFL halftime show. That was awesome. Eminem, me, Lauren, LC, me and you are on the same page with that, because that was my favorite. But, I mean, this is UFL. So UFL, you got the NFL, you got the UFL. But UFL, I think this is great for the UFL show, for their halftime show. I mean, I'm not mad at Gucci and Ludacris. Those are some big names right up there with Eminem, Snoop, 50. I mean, I'm not putting them on the same level, let's be clear, but they are some big names. So yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at this. Oh, one thing that Pat McAfee did say is Pat McAfee was like, did the UFL spend their entire budget on this halftime show? And now I'm starting to wonder. I'm like, did they risk their entire budget to put on this halftime show to attract an audience? I think if they did that, that's kind of dangerous. But we'll see how it works out. I'm hoping it works. I know that I'll be watching. If y'all go back to one of my lives, CDT Beats had sent me this series of images from Instagram that talks about why you should watch the UFL versus the NFL. And that was very compelling. I'm not gonna lie, it was very compelling. I think the way they spot the ball, they have a chip inside the ball to spot it for accuracy, and I like that. So there's just different little things that, you know, has really compelled me to get back into watching UFL. So there's that. Now let's get into what Reaper sent me, because Reaper, y'all know the last live that we reacted to some of the greatest sports fights, and Reaper mentioned that Oklahoma versus the Wizards in the NBA had a fight the other day, and I missed it. So we're gonna watch that.
Gill gets inside, counted.
Old school power forward moves right there. Anthony Gill getting to a jump stop and a hook.
And Champagny and Jalen Williams are having words. Champagny pushed A.J. Mitchell. And we have a Donnybrook here on the baseline. Punches were thrown.
I'm not really seeing any punches thrown. I don't know what he's talking about there. I didn't really see any punches. I seen some pushing.
You see Anthony Gill in there at Wizard Security.
And I'm telling you, Justin.
I didn't see any punches thrown.
Penny is not the one to play with. You see A.J. Mitchell still wants to fade.
As he's being grabbed by SGA to sit him down on the Thunder bench.
Yeah, he might be lumped up though.
As all of a sudden, listen to this Capital One Arena faithful, the crowd here.
That's the first bump, second bump, third bump. Now watch. AJ Mitchell come out of nowhere.
Yeah, they're just pushing. They're pushing each other.
Yeah, he got pushed in the face there by Champagny, and then that thing escalated quickly. You see Nate Green, the official, grabbing Champagny all the way over to the Hennessy Loft sign.
And I tell you, Nate Green came in there and saved the day because that right jab almost connected to the cheek.
So I guess in the mix, he did throw a right jab
of AJ Mitchell.
I didn't see it. I just see it pushing.
Credit the coaching staffs and the securities that come over to try to get both of these guys away from each other. AJ Mitchell literally falls into our Wizards camera. Watch official Nate Green. He sees it right away. I'm with you, Drew. Nate Green de-escalated that situation quickly by getting Champagny out of there.
Oh, that was a mush right there. And that's what got AJ.
But I don't know if he meant to. I think he just meant to push his shoulder, maybe. I don't know.
Mitchell ticked off. He wanted to get his lick back and win. You see, Nate Green, official 41 right there, stepping in, saved the day because it could have got crazy. And you see Anthony Gill in there trying to break.
Williams pushing Gill.
Yeah, pushing. I didn't see no punches. What's up, Smoke and Talk? I still haven't got your drop yet, but I'm going to get you the Lamar Jackson drop.
That's not a smart idea. But at this point, I think the players are just trying to get each other off of one another.
And it started with Williams and Champagny, and then AJ came over somewhere, and then I mean, things just escalated. And you can see everybody trying to do their part to not allow any type of punch to be thrown.
He just said to allow not any type of punch to be thrown. So what? I guess there wasn't punches thrown. I don't know. I didn't see no punch. I didn't see no punch. I saw a lot of pushing and shoving, but I didn't see no punch. And he just said to de-escalate the situation so there's no punches thrown. Was there a punch or wasn't there?
But choke,
no
push.
Choking, no punching, no nothing.
But I will be interested to see.
I don't know. This wasn't, don't get me wrong, this is still good. This is still good. But it doesn't compare to the ones we saw yesterday, right? Like, those were real fights. This just looked like more of a pushing match. But I don't know what y'all think, but for me, it wasn't as interesting as the one we seen the other day. All right. What's next on the list? I think we're going to get ready to get into the sports announcer reactions. Yep. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into that. Oh yeah, y'all go subscribe to Smoke and Talk. They have their own channel as well. They do a lot of reaction videos, so like body cams and different things like that. So y'all go check them out if that is something you are interested in. All right. Oh yeah, and shout out to Reaper for sending me the Wizards versus Oklahoma fight. Now, which one is this? Let's see. Sports announcers being wrong. So this is a ton of times sports announcers were wrong.
Out there, you got guts, right? You're trying to draw them off sides. Take a timeout. Jump. There's no play. Just look at the body language. Oh, there is a play. And he rolled it out, throws it. Hill!
We'll see if he keeps that streak alive.
Tony Romo said there's not going to be a play. Not going to be a play on this. And then Mahomes just throws a pass. Oh, there is a play. That's funny.
Here. Nah, I'm just going to say he is. And he yanked it.
Well, that's Joe Buck, I believe.
To the
Type of plays that historically have gone against the Vikings. The Minneapolis Miracle. Plays that are fluke plays that went against this team. I'm sure Vikings fans are saying it's about time we get one of these plays to go our way.
Him on the outside. He's going to come up and around the edge and collapse that corner. It's tough on these linebackers, and when they do that, it's awesome.
He did nothing of the sort. He did nothing of the sort.
He's going to take off himself. He had no receivers downfield. And loose ball that was picked up by the Falcons. No, it's picked up after the loss by Winston himself.
Okay, that was not too bad. He just got the teams mixed up, Falcons and the Bucks. I can understand it because the uniforms, they're both in black and red. I mean, I can let this one slide.
Goes to defense. He's got Kelsey. 3rd and 4. Mahomes gets it complete for a first
He said
down.
their names backwards. I believe he said the names backwards. He said Kelsey was throwing to Mahomes.
Short kick. It takes a bounce. That's a live ball. Caught on the fly. And another Redskin touchdown.
You're not allowed to advance that one, but it is going to be the Redskins football.
As the rookie DK Metcalf coughed it up.
Play action. Bradford nearly fell down. The pass is caught, and it's a touchdown. Ahoa Mananawanui.
Ahoa Mananawanui. I think I said that right. What a name. That's like Tua Tagovailoa all over again.
And that's all you're getting from me.
Nifty little route combination trying to get some room for Fitzgerald, but Fuller's all over this.
Kendall Jenner?
Saying Jenner, I don't know why she's on my mind right now.
What? What? He said, I don't know why I keep saying Kendall Jenner. I don't know why she's on my mind right now. Is that what he said? Well, beats me. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know why you were thinking about her either.
He looks better. He looks sharp out here today.
35. That's on cue. Patrick Chung
Hitting the wrist. It doesn't matter. He pulls another rabbit out of his head.
Good protection. Looking down the field. And it is intercepted.
This is a frustrating loss, certainly, for the New England Patriots.
Brady to the end zone. And Tompkins with a touchdown.
He's on the edge, protecting. But Ibukam
and is batted at the line.
I don't know why, but if y'all remember in school, there was always that one kid. Y'all let me know if you had this. There was always that one kid who had like a complicated name and nobody was going to get no teacher was going to get the name right. Not a teacher, not a substitute teacher. Let me know if y'all had that. And this is what, I don't know why, but it reminds me of like announcers like trying to get their names. Of course they do prep work to understand the roster and how to pronounce these names, but there's times where you're still going to slip up. So I cut him some slack on the names sometimes. He pulled a rabbit out of his head. Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, I think it was like a joke because Aaron Rodgers, Roger Rabbit, I don't know.
Yes, I get it. J.J. Watt batting balls, but guess what? They don't pay you as a defensive lineman to bat balls. He's got to get you the quarterback.
And they certainly did pay J.J. Watt.
Watch how smooth and in command he is of this offense.
They begin. As it is intercepted to start the...
Watch. I remember that play too. I remember that play. Is the sad part about it.
Brandon Whedon's going to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys next week. So I know that'll be a big story.
What is it? The test confirmed that is in fact a lie.
Oh, Matt Castle, they're going to go to him. No, they're not. It's
below. Here's Whedon loading up and firing and intercepted.
They're chasing that running back as if it's Christian McCaffrey. They only need one guy to chase Bonifin, two guys to chase McCaffrey. That time, they had two guys on the wrong guy.
The announcer is basically saying Reggie Bonifin is not good enough to be double covered by the defense. And of course, he breaks free.
It's the call. Up the middle, Bonifon! Reggie Bonifon off to the races! Are you kidding me? Reggie! And for the first time in 4 years, the Cowboys will have a winning record at the halfway point of this league. It says, come on in.
And this is against the Lions. Where's Top Pro at?
Reaches over. Touchdown!
Field position back at their 5, and Theismann thrown from out of the end zone. That's 6 points. Alvin Garrett.
Man, he got some wheels on him. He's chasing him down.
AFC with a chance to win the game here with a touchdown. Jarvis Landry stood up immediately by Keanu Reeves.
He said Keanu Reeves, the actor.
Neil, that would be something if Keanu Reeves was in the Pro Bowl.
7 on the year is Paulie Fricano. Fricano is 6 of 8 now.
Off the crossbar. He just barely had enough, but he knocked it through, Ben. Eastern Michigan answers 3-3.
Overcroll, his longest of the season from 46. He's got the foot. Got it. No.
Just going to go out on a limb and say that this is, thus far in this young season, this is the biggest give up.
I love when announcers will try to say something negative, and then in the next play, an athlete does something great, spectacular, like this.
Rips one into right center field. Take your words back.
So, Tim, where's it going now? Clearly out wide.
Brilliant.
Shows what we know.
Okay, there's that one. I love announcers. They are so spirited and funny. Yeah, we're gonna get into them. We're just warming up here. We're just warming up. So the next one we have is dumbest, cringiest sports announcers. So here we go.
The way Fricano's long is 46. He didn't go back this far in warm-ups. This would be a big kick for him.
6 of 7 on the year is Paulie Fricano. Fricano is 6 of 8 now.
Off the crossbar. He just barely had enough, but he knocked it through, Ben. Gets him even. That's a big kick for Paulie Fricano.
He didn't get that through.
Eastern Michigan answers 3-3.
That looks like a pass that needs to be caught.
Yeah, you can't use your shoulder to catch a football. You've got to get your hands out there every night. And I'm out there with my kids working on catching the football. They want to use their body. It's just a natural instinct as a human being. But you've got to learn to be able to put the ball in your hands. Your hands are what makes it possible. Your shoulder pads are hard and stiff. Your hands are tender, and they can move and caress the ball.
What? What? No way. Why? I don't even want to know. Why would you say something like that?
That's kind of gay, but hey, close.
He said that's kind of rainbow. Talking about caressing a football with like soft, tender hands, and that guy comes back with, "That's kind of rainbow." I like it. I'm not gonna lie, that was funny. That was good.
Fourth down and 9.
Jaden Obercroll, his longest of the season from 46. He's got the foot. Got it. No.
Beth, Coach, it's a pleasure to be with you guys here on the field.
from up close, just watching Coach Vance Joseph from here. You watch him now on the screen. This diversity in his background is helping him a lot tonight.
What? The diversity in his background is helping him a lot tonight. There's just some things you just don't need to say. I don't think the diversity in his background was what was helping. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's talking about he's well versed in like offensive coordinating and defensive coordinating. I'll give the guy the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. It ain't looking good though. He just sounded off from the start though. Like he just sounded like he wasn't all there.
Quarterback at Colorado, defensive back in the NFL, and here he is.
Okay, so he did get into the diversity in his background as far as like his skills. Maybe that's what he was referring to. I don't know. I don't know. People are not going to take it that way though. Even if that is what he meant, people are not taking it that way.
The time of his life.
Hello, everyone. Well, the Ball State softball team continued to play this weekend, and they were hoping to continue off of their straight 3 out of 4 losses. And so we'll take a look and see how that happened. They started off good, but then eventually, the Ball State women's team shut down and ended up doing poorly. Oh no.
He said, "Oh no." My guess is the screen is off. His prompt, the screen is off, and it's not lining up with what he's covering.
And it's working. Okay. We're going to continue on now. The Ladies Cardinals will play an Iowa tournament starting this Friday. Before the Ball State baseball team kicks off its conference season this weekend, the Cards will battle an in-state rival Indiana tomorrow. Tomorrow's game will be the meeting between the two, beating both first.
He sounds so frustrated. Poor guy. Nothing but silence. Say something. Say anything. But to give silence throughout the broadcast? I'm running my mouth about something. I'm talking about how the grass is green. I'm talking about something. I'm not just going to let it be nothing but silence. Exactly, Lauren. Dead air. Dead air.
On the 4 on the year, and they have won 6 of its last 7 games. Tomorrow will be the game 3 at 3 p.m. Switching to Ball State men's tennis, it seems it seems every week they have a player.
Give it up. Just give it up, guys.
Matt Lawrence is the latest Cardinals tennis player to win the award. Lamar won all the singles and doubles matches last week. So far, the Cardinals have had a player honored on the...
Lauren, I have a drop that goes with that, too. Let me play it. Hold on. Let's see.
Declined. Embarrassing. Cardinals declined. Declined.
The way for.
Yep, you're right, Lauren. That was embarrassing.
The Cardinals have had a player honored on the weekly awards. 7 out of the 9 weeks. The Cards will play at Boise State Invite this weekend. The Indiana Pacers are looking for a measure of revenge tonight against the New Jersey Nets and to strengthen their playoff hopes. The Nets won the last Sunday's matchup 94-85, which left the Pacers 1 game behind the Chicago in the 7th series spot. Let's check out the highlights. Steven Jackson to David.
Again with the dead air.
Reggie Miller's looking good. He shoots a three, and it's good. Later, he gets the rebound, passes it to the man,
Lauren,
shoots
good
it.
to have you here. Thank you for being in the chat. I appreciate it.
And boom goes the dynamite. The final scores ended up with the Pacers 63 to the Nets 61. The Associated Press of the All-American first team in college baseball was announced today at Utah's 7-foot sophomore center Andrew Bogut was the leading vote receiving 60 first-place votes. Bogut, who is an Australian native, received very little attention in the preseason, but averaged 20 points and 12 rebounds a game for Utah. The four other players joining Bogut on the AP team are senior forward Wayne Summers and Kansas, and Hakan Warwick of Syracuse, junior guard J.J. Redick of Duke, and sophomore.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot for that look into sports, Brian.
Yeah.
And
He said, okay, great. Thanks for that look into sports. Oh, man, that was not good.
And when we come back, we'll have one final look at weather. Stay
His
tuned.
reaction. Oh, man. Okay. All right, y'all. Next, we have NFL announcers roasting players. So let's get into it.
To try a field goal. Look at my man Janikowski. Like, he looks like an imposter. Look at him. He looks like he bought that uniform at the Halloween display at Target, and he snuck onto the field.
Going into the second half.
Tank Dell is back. They call him Tank because he had a big head as a kid. Let's go downstairs to Mel.
Oh, man.
Baker Mayfield's working harder on the sideline than he is in a game. You know, if he's wearing one of those trackers, you know, he's burning a lot of calories over there.
Working on harder on the sideline than he is in a game. That's crazy. Baker Mayfield isn't that bad either.
Tonight on the sidelines.
And I think that one good thing about Josh Rosen is he's sort of taken on some of his issues. One of his issues is not being smart. That's what you're asked to do.
You get away with 12 men on the field. Mahomes gets pushed out of bounds.
Then the offensive linemen come running over to protect their quarterback. That could have turned into a riot. It's a good thing that Mahomes didn't turn around and throw the football at him. Might have killed him.
Oh, he's going to take off, running the world, and now the ball is free, and Taysom Hill jumps on it. Michael Dixon, the punter, on 4th and 9 with nowhere to go, tried to run it.
I have no idea what he was thinking. Every now and then, a punter thinks he's a real player, and this is what happens.
Hey, be kind to the specialists.
Say that about the punters. Special teams are important. Like, special teams have been making plays. I cannot believe an announcer would say something like that. I bet he ticked off all the special team players out there with that one. Because I know I would be heated.
Well, when you look at Kelvin Benjamin, guys, he's 6'5", he's 245 pounds. He's probably a Popeye's biscuit away from being a tight end. And he has trouble getting separation. So he
I'm not gonna lie, that's funny. That's kind of well said. Popeye's biscuit away. I might take that into consideration for if I ever roast a player. Yes, exactly, Smoke and Talk. Special teams player can define a game. Exactly, that's why they're so critical. Like, it really hurts you. I mean, I can give an example. The year that Dallas didn't have a good kicker and it was brutal. It was brutal against San Francisco. And he kept missing those field goals. And that was points off the board. So special teams, they're important.
has to push off at the top of the route.
Quarterback for the Saints to get comfortable. Winston trying to air it out deep, and it's intercepted. Well, Buck fans have seen
that before.
Brady's going to take it. Tom Brady has got the touchdown on the carry as he is shut out on the high five from the official. Now it's 2nd and 8. Pass is high and a tackle out in the middle of the field, and everybody who's got a flag just threw one.
That's about as poor safety play as you'll see. No, this is about as bad on offense as I've seen. I'm shocked there's as many people still here at the game.
I believe that was Troy Aikman saying that too.
Back, delivers, caught again. It's a first down. Jennings with a great move, and he's going to score. Juwan Jennings shoved Eli Ricks out of the way, and it's a touchdown.
Wow,
Look at that.
He got beat on that play.
Eli Ricks and send him to another state.
That is not caught. You see Hopkins there motioning back to Murray, but maybe couldn't see the ball. Sometimes when your quarterback is 5'10", maybe you don't see the ball. That's true. Anyway.
I don't like the short quarterback roastings. I'm a little bit sensitive, maybe because I'm short too, but I'm a little bit sensitive to that.
This is deflected in the air, a third interception into the hands of Boogie Basham. Stafford goes for the tackle.
Probably the highlight of the night for Matthew Stafford is this tackle.
Sudfeld looking. Oh, what is that?
3rd and 1, in goal in front of Jacobs. Fake it. Carr steps up. Intercepted, his first of the season. And Breland has got the pick. Waller the intended target. And he put it too high for his 6'6" tight end.
He's missed 3 tonight, 4 in a row. And he has done it again.
They might be looking for a kicker next week.
Talking about this kicker. I was just talking about him. Man, he deserved to get roasted.
Ryan, knowing he needs 2 scores to the end zone, nearly picked off by Carlton Davis.
Good thing Carlton Davis has bricks for hands. He can't catch, but whew.
I'm surprised Robert Sala's beard hasn't turned gray tonight.
As Woods went to the ground, but here's a strong carry by C.J. Anderson. You described him last week like a bowling ball. He's not tall, he's thick, he's carrying extra pounds.
That ball never, that might be a double doink.
I mean, just to turn that into a 2-yard gain was Herculean.
Sure was.
2nd and 5, the Chiefs bring the heat. Love retreats, throws incomplete. Almost Reed going the other way.
I don't really know why he threw that ball that far behind. That was a throw that was so bad, it was even uninterceptable. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you're going to throw it bad, throw it really bad so the other team can't get it either.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Are you kidding me? Wow. They had a player trying to get off.
Just throw it really bad. Like, if you're gonna go out on a bad note. Don't even try.
Off the field. I guess they're just not used to scoring touchdowns.
You're a bad man.
Mayfield. Oh, beautiful.
Huh.
It's a good way to wind up in concussion protocol, even though you don't get into the game.
Huh. That one.
Oh, boy. Take one for the team, I guess. I don't know.
3rd and 4, running back covered, second option covered. Hoyer on a run, first down, touchdown.
And for Brian Hoyer, maybe the best pass he's going to throw all night is the one to spike that football.
To try a field goal.
Look at my man.
All of the NFL announcers roasting. Now we're going to get into 15 times announcers destroyed players. I'm assuming this might be similar to the roasting. We'll see.
What is going on, guys? NFL announcers usually try to keep it professional. They try to provide more real analysis than criticism. Their job, after all, isn't to provide comedy and jokes. These guys have to provide play-by-play and breakdowns of the action for our entertainment. But sometimes announcers can't help but poke a little fun at the player. And sometimes they really go off when a player does something really stupid. Sometimes they may go a little overboard with their criticisms. But in most cases, their attacks are warranted because the players in question did something they probably deserve to have been made fun of for. We'll let you judge whether or not these criticisms were justified as we take a look at 15 times an NFL announcer ruthlessly made fun of a player. Number 15, Chris Collinsworth hates Colts fake punt fail. During a 2015 home game against the New England Patriots, the Colts set a new standard for the dumbest trick play call in NFL history. Most of you don't need a reminder, but here's another look back at what transpired.
This snap, and actually Colt Anderson is behind him,
Well, the usually easygoing and laid-back Chris Collinsworth wasn't able to bottle up his thoughts here. The man ripped Colts players big time, and rightfully so.
You got a guy on either side of him. What are you doing here? What was the plan?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's no protection in that. It was like they were asking for him to get hit on that play.
Side note, we highly advise teams to never run a stupid play like that against Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
it usually doesn't end well.
Patriots, of all teams, you run that play against the Patriots? Shame.
Number 14, Booger's scouting report on Kelvin Benjamin. Benjamin recorded a 1,000-yard season in his 2014 rookie year for the Carolina Panthers. However, he struggled with the Buffalo Bills following a trade there in 2016, and was never able to regain that magical form from 2014. During a 2018 Monday night game against the New England Patriots, Benjamin was called out by new ESPN analyst Booger McFarland. The latter had a pretty hilarious scouting
I think he's funny.
take on Benjamin, to say the least.
When you look at Kelvin Benjamin, guys, he's 6'5", he's 245 pounds. He's probably a Popeye's biscuit away from being a tight end. And he has trouble.
I like it. I thought that was funny. A Popeye's biscuit away. I thought that was well said. I like it.
Getting separation.
When this guy is making fun of your weight issues, you know you've got a problem. Number 13, Tony Romo isn't impressed with Nick Folk. Tony Romo and Nick Folk spent 3 seasons together with the Dallas Cowboys from 07 to 09. America's team won the NFC East division twice over that frame, and Folk even notched a Pro Bowl selection in his rookie year. 10 years later, a retired
is still playing right now. I haven't heard of any retirement.
Romo was enjoying his first season in the CBS broadcast booth with Jim Nantz. They called a Week 5 Thursday Night Football showdown between the Patriots and Buccaneers. Folk had missed 2 field goals earlier in the game. With 5.5 minutes left, he was tasked with hitting an easy 31-yarder that would have cut New England's lead down to 1 possession. But Folk, of course, missed it. The Buccaneers faithful booed him loudly, and Romo couldn't hold his thoughts back on Folk's awful night.
And they don't. Oh, my goodness. Can't continue like this for Tampa Bay. 2 years in a row, over and over again.
Tampa Bay wound up losing a close game 19-14. So Folks' 3 missed field goals really made quite the difference. Number 12, Troy Aikman. This isn't college football. Give former Dallas Cowboys quarterback and franchise icon Troy Aikman credit. He's usually anything but a homer whenever he and Joe Buck are assigned to Cowboys games. If anything, Aikman is never shy about calling out his old team when necessary. Take the time where he criticized the Dallas defense for a poor effort that led to a Brandon Myers touchdown.
Myers makes the catch, and this is just inexcusable. He goes to the ground, and this isn't college football, boys.
Fair point, Troy, but that type of effort would be deemed inexcusable in college as well, and in high school football, and in Pop Warner, and even in Madden. Number 11, John Gruden rips Albert Haynesworth. The Redskins signed Pro Bowl defensive tackle Albert Haynesworth to a $100 million contract over 7 years in 2009. Spoiler alert, it turned out to be one of the absolute worst signings in the history of North American sports. Haynesworth's tenure in DC was a mess from the get-go. He showed up out of shape and clashed with coaches, forcing the team to eventually suspend him. You can basically summarize his tenure in the nation's capital with his effortless play during a Monday night game against the Eagles in 2010.
You got to get up off the ground and stay alive and chase this guy. But you're down on the ground, you have to get up, and you got to continue to chase Michael Vick.
Number 10, Jim Nantz and Phil Simms on Cam Newton.
What's up, Erroneous C? Let me play your drop. Okay.
Hey, you a bad
is going on, guys? NFL announcers usually try.
We're at 3:58, I believe.
NFL MVP award after leading the Carolina Panthers to a 15-1 record and a Super Bowl 50 appearance. But Super Cam had been dominated by the Denver Broncos defense throughout the first 3 quarters of the big game. The game was on the line here with only 4 minutes to go. Carolina was down 6 facing a key third and down.
I mean, I really didn't even care because, I mean, I would have been happy if Carolina won, or I would have been happy if the Broncos won because they have Peyton Manning.
Von Miller got to Newton and forced a fumble. And for some reason, Cam decided not to try and pounce on the loose football. I mean, it was only the Super Bowl on the line, so, you know. And so Jim Nantz and Phil Simms rightfully called out Newton for not even trying in the biggest moment of his career.
Cam Newton decides not to dive in there and
he backs away from it.
I guess he made a decision.
Said than done. Like, you just never know how you're going to react in a game, and he just wasn't thinking. It's people have those moments, so is what it is.
Was it worth to go in there and get it?
Try a little harder next time, Cam, especially if it's for a Super Bowl. Number 9, Greg.
Yeah, I wasn't going to be mad if Peyton won. I love Peyton Manning, so.
Gumbel on Marcus Cooper's showboating gaffe. We've seen it happen far too many times in the NFL now. A player thinks he's crossed the goal line for an easy touchdown, so he showboats by slowing down or throwing the ball behind him to celebrate the touchdown. But of course,
says don't give up on the play. Don't celebrate. Like, because once you let your foot off the gas and think you've already got it, and you start celebrating early, things like that end up happening.
Of course, the player doesn't realize that he didn't cross the goal line, so he cost his team an easy 6 points. Leon Lett of the Dallas Cowboys made it famous. Then Deshaun Jackson did it. Then Marcus Cooper of the Chicago Bears did it. He was returning a blocked field goal against the Pittsburgh Steelers during a 2017 game at Soldier Field. Cooper and the Bears were about to put 6 crucial points on the board, but then, inexplicably, Cooper slowed down before the end zone, and the Steelers were able to knock the ball loose to prevent a Chicago touchdown. Needless to say, CBS play-by-play man Greg Gumbel was the least bit pleased with Cooper's costly showboating moment. He went all out in ripping Cooper for his selfish and terrible decision.
There is a showboat move that just has no reasonable explanation to it. Trent, that's just a dumb play. It's a dumb thing to do.
Luckily for Cooper, the Bears wound up winning 23-17 in overtime. But that doesn't mean Cooper will be immune from highlight reel bloopers for the rest of his life.
At least they ended up winning. It would have been a lot worse if they lost the game. I remember, I can give an example. The Dallas Cowboys was playing Seattle. DK Metcalf let his foot up on the gas, and it was when we had Trayvon Diggs. It was his rookie year when he was wearing the number 27 at the time, not 7. But Trayvon Diggs chased him down. That's one of my favorite plays. I ain't gonna lie. That's one of my favorite plays from Trayvon Diggs at Dallas Cowboys. But chased DK Metcalf down and got the ball out before he crossed the line. Great play.
Mike Tirico on Deshaun Jackson's celebration fail. You know how we just talked about Greg Gumbel making fun of Marcus Cooper's showboating fail? And how Deshaun Jackson had also made that type of showboating blunder famous? Well, here we are. Jackson committed the costly mistake during a Week 2 2008 showdown against the Dallas Cowboys. And this ESPN Monday Night Football commentator had an epic one-liner for Jackson's silly mistake.
The evidence would lead me to believe that he did not break the plane before getting rid of the ball. And who knows what's going on inside that helmet?
That's a really good question, Mike. Number 7, Rodney Harris.
BDB. Y'all go subscribe to him. He has his own channel. BDB, you can drop your link. But everyone go subscribe to him. How you feeling? How you living? I can't complain. But I hope you're doing good. That Family Feud the other day, that was funny. The Family Feud game. I'm not kidding when I always say it, but those characters remind me of the GTA characters.
calls out Tom Brady. The two-time Pro Bowl safety played with Brady and the Patriots from 2003 to 08. Harrison notched 2 Super Bowl championships in New England, and he was inducted into the Patriots Hall of Fame in 2019. That said, Harrison wasn't happy when Brady was able to sell a minor hit from Terrell Suggs. That led to a roughing the passer penalty in a 2009 game against the Baltimore Ravens. Ray Lewis went off in the NFL for flagging Suggs, and Harrison, now an analyst at NBC, didn't hold back his disgust with Brady's sell job.
Horrible call. You can't make this call. And Tom Brady, if you're listening, take off the skirt and put on some slacks. Toughen up.
Well, tell us how you really feel, Rodney. Number 6, Joe Buck.
I cannot imagine saying that to Tom Brady. Take off your skirt and toughen up. I try my best to make each avatar look like every participant. LOL. That's creative. That's a creative way to do it. I didn't know that.
Buck's mockery of Johnny Manziel. His tenure in Cleveland was downright a disaster, and he was out of the NFL less than 2 years after turning professional. Manziel couldn't keep it clean off the field.
You know
he broke
what?
teams.
I swear, if I could compare one quarterback to Johnny Manziel, but who is succeeding in the NFL, it's got to be Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, if I can find the clip, Baker Mayfield got so offended when someone said that he reminded him of Johnny Manziel. Baker Mayfield did not like that. But if you look at their record, like, you know, Baker Mayfield had some legal troubles when he was at Oklahoma. Like, his personality on the field and the thing, like, his actions, like, I mean, it's similar to Manziel. So I kind of get the comparison. What happened to Manziel? Like, he wasn't in it. Like, he just cared more about the partying than he did playing the game, and I don't disrespect him for that. I know he gets a lot of hate for it, but if it's just not something, when your heart's not in it, I mean, I think he does really great at what he does with his podcast now. And he also joins Nightcap occasionally. I think he's really great at that. He has the personality for it. So, you know, it just, the game changes. Like, you know, from Pee Wee League to middle school, high school, college to NFL. Like, the game changes for you. And sometimes, once you start getting up there, it just, your heart is not in the game like it used to be. I had a friend, he played for Arkansas. He was a special teams kicker. But he ended up not liking it. He said it wasn't fun no more. So, I think maybe Manziel just didn't find the game fun anymore, and he was someone who liked to have fun. I haven't seen him since he did that cold as balls interview with Kevin Hart. Yeah, he's occasionally on Nightcap. He has his own podcast. His podcast is really good, actually, if you want to check it out. It's called Glory Days. So, yeah, there's the little rundown on Manziel. I got sidetracked with that.
And simply chose partying over football. All in all, his NFL career was a complete waste. It's truly disappointing. In a 2015 road game against the Seattle Seahawks,
See,
Manziel.
I hate that they say, like, his NFL career was a complete waste. I mean, I don't want to have a negative mindset with that. Like, hopefully, I think he did learn something from it. Good or bad, you know, we're all learning.
Was mocked by Joe Buck during the broadcast.
Yeah, he has
Love or hate, Mr.
podcast. He actually reacted to one of his videos whenever I was covering the Carolina versus Duke rivalry. But it's Manziel's podcast. He had Tyler Hansbrough on there. So, yeah, it's a good podcast.
Buck, you can't deny that this was downright hilarious.
Hi, my name is Johnny Manziel. You might know me as Johnny Football. I went 10 for 18, threw for 80 yards, had a quarterback rating of 27.3.
Buck deserved an Oscar nomination for that piece of commentary.
No,
Number 5, Jim Nantz.
That was funny on Joe Buck's part. Poking fun at Manziel.
Trolls Jamal Charles. The Denver Broncos visited the Kansas City Chiefs in a Thursday night football game in Week 2 of the 2015 season. The Broncos had just tied the game up, and it looked like these two AFC West foes were headed to overtime. The Chiefs made a curious decision to hand the ball off to Pro Bowl running back Jamal Charles, rather than simply take a knee and go for overtime. Unfortunately for the Chiefs, Charles made a costly mistake as he fumbled the football. Broncos cornerback Bradley Roby scooped up the loose ball and returned it for a game-winning touchdown in the waning seconds. All of Arrowhead was stunned in silence as the Chiefs went from a likely win to probable overtime to a crushing loss. As you can imagine, Charles was quite unhappy about the shocking turn of events. He slammed his helmet in disgust on the sidelines. While Phil Simms seemed to sympathize with Charles, play-by-play man Jim Nantz couldn't help but throw a savage shot at the running back.
Yeah, it's tough. At least he held on to the helmet.
Worse yet, the
That was
Chiefs
a good joke. At least he held onto the helmet. That was funny.
only lost the division and top seed in the AFC to the Broncos by 1 game. And Denver went on to win Super Bowl 50. If Charles didn't fumble, and if the Chiefs won the
ball, but at least he held onto the helmet.
game, who knows? Maybe they would have been the ones playing in the Super Bowl. Number 4, Steve Berline calls Lendell White a USC thug. Lendell White was a stud running back for USC, and the 2005 All-American was drafted in the 2nd round by the Tennessee Titans in '06. During a game against the Bengals, White drew a flag on a late hit out of bounds. However, White lost his cool and kneed a Bengals player after the play.
Becomes 4th down, so they gotta.
Steve didn't care for White's dirty retaliatory play there. And during the broadcast following a commercial break, Steve was caught saying, "USC thugs, man," in reference to White's cheap shot. It appeared as though Steve wasn't aware that they had just returned from commercial break.
Ooh, he got caught telling us how he really felt about that. Well, I mean, I just would not want to risk saying anything if I know, like, I'm in a live like that, or if I'm in a broadcast. Like, I just would want to keep my mouth shut, speak when it's about sports, keep it business, keep my personal thoughts to myself. That's why, like, whenever I do my lives and I'm switching scenes and different things like that, I'm just completely silent, because I am not going to say anything or do anything where I might end up in a situation like that. Like, nah, I'm just not gonna do that. Exactly, Erroneous E. He got too comfortable. Well said. That's the best way you can say it. He just got too comfortable.
USC thugs, man.
Steve, maybe keep your opinions to yourself, or just pay attention to if you're on commercial or not. Who knows? Number 3, Todd Pinkston. Try harder. Todd Pinkston was a wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles from 2000 to 05. Though he played on Andy Reid's NFC juggernaut that reached Super Bowl 39, Pinkston is best remembered for a poor...
Andy Reid was... I don't know why I forget it, but Erroneous E, I know you're an Eagles fan, but I forget that Andy Reid was at the Eagles. Now, didn't he win a Super Bowl there? I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure he won a Super Bowl there. Oh, what's up, Pinball? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I hope if you're on the road, you're staying safe. I've been meaning, y'all, I keep forgetting. I want to add no Super Bowl, went to one. That's what it was. You guys went to the Super Bowl, but didn't win under him. Okay. But, Pinball, I want to add, like, a truck driving drop for the truck drivers. If you have any suggestions, let me know, Pinball.
Effort on a play that led to a harsh criticism from Joe Theismann.
He now sees the safety coming from the left. That ball's in the air. He does not want to get hit. This is a great way to lose your job as a receiver.
I mean, Joe's got a point. There probably isn't an NFL commentator out there who wouldn't have criticized Pinkston for his alligator arms. Or alligator body, as Theismann put.
Y'all, I think they're onto something. He does kind of... Why does his body resemble an alligator? Am I tripping too? Look at his arms. Something about him does remind you of an alligator, and I'm not talking about the green, okay? I don't know.
Number 2, Paul Allen flips out on Brett Favre. The Minnesota Vikings have gone through more heartbreaking losses than any other NFL team. This team
Relax, dude. Has the Vikings went through more NFL heartbreak than any other team? I don't believe so. I'm thinking, let's see. The Lions are for sure on that list. Who else? Who would you all put on that list? What NFL teams has had the most heartbreaking NFL seasons? Buffalo! Erroneous he, yes. Lions, Buffalo. Yeah, I'm not finding this one, the Vikings, as one that's had the most heartbreaks. The Vikings have won a Super Bowl, haven't they? You know, I was watching a play, I don't know if it's on here, but I was watching a play with Buffalo versus Cowboys when Cowboys beat Buffalo. That was like back in the 90s.
Has never won a Super Bowl, even though there have been several times where it felt like their year.
And Super Bowl. I didn't realize that. For some reason, I thought Vikings have won a Super Bowl. Wow, that's an interesting fact. Good to know. Y'all want to know something funny? I like to learn these facts, and it's impossible to memorize them all. But I'm always afraid, like, if I'm out in public, there's gonna be a dude like doing an interview or something about sports questions, and I always want to be the one to like know the answers. So I like to stay prepared for that. Y'all think this is cheesy, probably, but that's just me in my head. Like, I want to be prepared if some random person on the street starts asking me sports questions. I can be able to say the Vikings have never won a Super Bowl.
1998 felt like their time, until Gary Anderson's costly missed field goal in the NFC title game led to them losing in overtime. 2017 felt like destiny was on the Vikings side after the Minneapolis Miracle, but then they were blown out by the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship.
Shout out to Erroneous D's Eagles.
Game. While 2009 also felt like it could have been the year for the Vikings. They had acquired former Green Bay Packers star quarterback and MVP Brett Favre. He led Minnesota to a 12-4 record, and Favre guided them to an NFC Championship showdown against the New Orleans Saints. Favre and Drew Brees went toe-to-toe in a shootout for the...
Drew Brees? Y'all, I gotta go back and watch this game.
And the Vikings were in field goal range with 19 seconds left. But that's when Favre rolled out to the right and threw a costly interception to Tracy Porter.
I remember this now. I remember this play, but I really do want to go back and watch the game now that we're talking about this again. But I remember that play. I think I was going for him too. I think I was going for Brett Favre in this game because my dad, he always just had this appreciation for Brett Favre. He was like, look at him. He's my age out there doing that. Kind of like people are with Tom Brady. So I did go for Brett Favre in, certain situations when the Cowboys were out. But I think I remember going for Brett Favre in this. Of course, I like Drew Brees too. I was going for him because I wanted AP to win one. Okay. Yeah, I remember this game now. I forgot all about it until they had said that he had rolled out through an interception, because I remember being mad about that interception.
That's spoiling a chance for many to kick the game-winning field goal. Vikings announcer Paul Allen expressed shock in Favre's interception.
Now he fires over the middle, intercepted. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now.
Then he went off on the future Hall of Famer Big Time Rush.
Why do you even ponder passing? I mean, you can take a knee and try a 56-yard field goal. This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl.
The Saints would go on to win in overtime, and Favre's Vikings blew a huge chance to reach the Super Bowl. You just feel sorry for the longtime Vikings radio play-by-play guy. Can Allen just get to see his team win one Lombardi trophy? Just one. Number 1, Joe Buck goes off on Randy Moss. A classic, as we all know. Hall of Fame wide receiver Randy
Saints. You're right. It was. It was the Bounty Gate Saints. Wow. For some reason, it just seems like a lifetime ago, but at the same time, it seems like yesterday in a weird way.
Moss was one of the NFL's most polarizing players during his illustrious career. Known for his often obnoxious attitude, coupled with his outstanding
He's really big in North Carolina.
play on the field, Moss was simply a player you either loved or hated. There was no
I think his son, Randy Moss's son, is involved in football here in North Carolina.
such thing as in between with this guy. Moss caught a touchdown in the Vikings 2004 NFC wildcard game against the Green Bay Packers, and he celebrated by mooning the fans at Lambeau Field. As many of you know by now, this made Fox announcer Joe Buck incredibly disgusted.
Really being able to run as he shoots the moon.
That is a disgusting act by Randy Moss.
Buck may not have been aware of this, but it's actually a Packers fan tradition to moon the opposing team's bus at Lambeau Field. Moss was merely mocking the Cheeseheads back. Love or hate Moss celebration all you want. The only thing that matters here is that Buck thought it was absolutely disgusting. And that
disgusting. He was just mocking the other team because that was something of how they celebrated.
Folks, is the most ruthless instance of an NFL announcer making fun of a player, at least in my book. What other instances of NFL announcers making fun of players should we have included on our list? Join me in the comment section.
All right, that's it of the 15 announcers who destroyed players. I don't think Joe Buck destroyed Randy Moss in that.
Ball is out! It is picked!
I used to love the touchdown celebrations. Yeah, it takes a lot for me to get mad at a celebration dance. I'm trying to think of an instance where I got mad. Oh, well, I thought of one. I don't like if a team was to disrespect the Dallas Star, Dallas fans. So obviously this is a big one. Who was it? It was Terrell Owens. When they were having that battle on the field and Terrell Owens went to the center of the Dallas Star, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I love Terrell Owens, though. I still love Terrell Owens. But it takes a lot for me to get heated over a touchdown dance. And they're getting creative with it nowadays. They're getting creative with those dances. I loved it, yeah. I mean, just let these guys celebrate. Like, I mean, as long as it's nothing to hurt the fans or hurt the players, like, and it's appropriate. But even the J-Mo one, like, I have it in my intro. J-Mo, who plays for the Lions, he also was at Alabama, but he has that one touchdown dance. I don't want to say the words of what he does. Maybe I can clip it up and play it next time. But that touchdown dance, I mean, that borders inappropriate, but I'm not mad at it. I'm still not mad at it. I think it's funny. Okay, these are NFL funniest announcers. So let's see what's on this one.
By the Broncos, Roby, and he's in the end zone for an unbelievable touchdown.
Yeah, it's tough. At least he held on to the helmet.
Okay, so we got the held onto the helmet one again.
Hey, somebody has run out on the field. Some goofball in a hat and a red shirt. Now he takes off the shirt. He's running down the middle by the 50.
Y'all remember this? I wish they would show the guy.
He's at the 30. He's bare-chested and banging his chest. Now he runs the opposite way. He runs at the 50. He runs at the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes. The 20. They're chasing him. They're not going to get him. Waving his arms, bare-chested. Somebody stop
Look
that
out,
man.
here comes the blue coat,
Oh,
Kevin.
they got him.
Here comes
They're coming
the
from
blue
the
coats.
left. Oh, and they tackle him at the 40-yard line.
That was great. That was great commentating on his part, breaking down that play.
Oh, that was the most exciting thing to happen tonight.
I tell you what, that was a great call on your part. That was a...
He said that was the most most exciting thing to happen tonight. Look at the score. 21-0. I would say so. I would say so. Don't remember this at all. It's funny. Oh man, we need to do, you know what, now that I think about it, we're gonna do another live one day of fans storming the field or storming the court. That's another idea. And if I can find where he storms the field, I'll play it again. Because I want to show the actual guys storming the field.
Great call. All right, I'm ready for the last 11:31 now, Kevin. Let's go.
Look at the police. They've surrounded this man like he is... like he's just robbed a bank.
I tell you what, he got a whole lap in before they got him. I mean, that was pretty good. I expected him to go down much sooner.
Yeah. But I hope it was worth it, my friend, because you've got a night in the clink coming up.
Orton bumps again to the sideline.
He thought the game was going to be over, and then he was able to, once that ball was deflected, he caught it and ran it in for the touchdown to win the game. That was a good one. Through that, like, I get this excited too, so I can't even blame him.
Unbelievable!
Picks up 2. You played in the NFL. What's longer, a half or 5/8? Or
5/8 is a little longer there, Joe.
First down and 10.
Either kicks a man. He did. It's true. He did kick that man.
There's a cat on the field, Jim.
It's Halloween season.
That was a Spartan kick. That was. You're right.
Incomplete. Hold on. That's what I want to see.
A cat on the field during this game, and I remember a cat on the field during a Dallas game. In the Dallas game, it was like the month of Halloween, I think, and the cat was black. It was a black cat, and they were making jokes about it.
So look at this, Jim. This is like how you ran in high school. Look at that. Perfect form, extension. I mean, and doesn't even get phased that there's people around. Just look. Ooh, look at the change of direction. Does he get both feet in right here at the end, Jim?
Well, he turns it upfield.
Ooh. That's way too much fun at this point.
Tony Romo. I actually like Tony Romo's commentating. I know a lot of people don't like it, and I didn't like it at first. But my dad kind of, made him grow on me. Same with Tom Brady. Didn't like Tom Brady at first, and my dad kind of, made Tom Brady grow on me as well.
You really rather have the 6 points. There, he's got it in his hand. Let's go. Throw it out there. There it is.
Biggest ovation of the night.
He said, I got flags too!
Who is a better QB? Oh, I love this question, Erroneous E. I love this question. Who is better QB, Romo or Dak? Oh, man, I'd have to, I am a big analytics person too, but, I'm torn. I'm torn between this. Hold on, let me play my, CDT Beats music while I talk about this. I think that maybe Dak is starting to be the better quarterback. And the only reason why I say this is because, now I would have to look more into detail about it. But the only reason why I'm saying this is because there's one stat where Dak broke one of Tony Romo's records. But there's obviously more I would want to look at. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between the two. Tony Romo, I love Tony Romo. I thought he was great. He was very Houdini. The way he could make plays, escaping the pocket, and just air it out. He was very Houdini-like. So I have more of a respect for Tony Romo, especially after I went back and watched a lot of his games. Before, Like when I was in middle school, I criticized the heck out of Tony Romo. And then once, you know, I was in high school, getting to the end of Tony Romo's career, I was like, buddy, it's time for you to retire. Like, he was just staying out from injuries. And shortly after, that's when Dak stepped in. Man, I don't know. I do think Tony Romo had, like, more of an arm on him with accuracy. But then again, I would have to look at the stats, and I know that there was one record where Dak Prescott broke something that Tony Romo set. Maybe it was passing. I don't know. I don't want to say too much about it until I look back at the stats. I don't know. I'm torn. Maybe Dak. But I'm a little bit biased to Dak. Y'all, let me just go ahead and play this drop.
That's just me. Maybe I'm biased a little bit. Maybe I'm biased a lot of bit. But who cares for this discussion? That
Ball is out. It is picked up by the Broncos' Roby, and he's in the end zone for an unbelievable touchdown.
Let's see what you said. Both are similar. Thank you. Both are similar, especially when team performance is factored. Both had years that could have been MVP worthy. Thank you. You get it. You're somebody who gets it. We're on this. We're clicking. We're on the same page here, Erroneous, because I agree. They are very similar. And if you look at the let me slow down my words. Repetitiveness of the Dallas Cowboys and the teams they gather, it's really the same pattern as far as, like, we'll have offensive line issues at times, and then we get the defense right. Well, then it flips. You have the defensive issues, and then it's one thing after another. Right now, consistently, it's been the defense has been the problem. But there was times I was critical of Dak or of Tony Romo, but their offensive line would collapse. Now, lately, we've had more. I think we've had our offensive line more secured for Dak, you know, in recent years. But that defense ain't it, bro. That defense, that ain't it. What is up, Juice Drops? Y'all go subscribe to Juice Drops Entertainment. She's one of my favorites in the YouTube streets, so y'all make sure you go subscribe to her. Erroneous, yeah, I love that question. Okay, back to it. This is NFL's funniest announcers. Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's tough. At least
We watched this. Let me see where we were at. You sidetracked me with that question. I think we watched that one. Okay. I don't know. Did we watch this one? Maybe this.
You were earlier in the game? Or are you just numb?
I'm fine. I'm worried about you. Ed, you got to turn your mic on. I think. Got his hand on the button. It's going to be
on the field is the ball was muffed by the Rams and recovered by the Falcons. We will review the ruling.
I thought they were doing that. I thought before the commercial.
He said they were off the field. They were off the field to review the play. The refs were talking. He comes back to say the ruling of the field on the field again, and then say that was under review. And that announcer said, I thought we were doing that already. Obviously, they didn't have their answers sorted out.
Commercial.
And there's Rick Lovato, Demi Lovato's husband.
Yeah, right.
He's making jokes. I remember this one where Tony Romo made the joke that's Demi Lovato's husband.
I made that up. That's just
you have been digging deep for nuggets.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, the Eagles started inside their 10-yard line. 2 plays later, they're out at their 47
on the field.
Yard line. McLaurin coming back near side, and Burton into Dolphins territory at the 47. By the way, that squirrel he's across the 20, getting near the 25, and now he just sits down. 9 forced turnovers.
See where he squats? He squats in the perfect place.
Oh yeah, that's sitting down in the zone coverage.
Look, he's a little tired. Let's see if can he move. Let's see if he can move. He's tired. Oh man, did you see that get off?
No, but he sat down. It was like zone coverage, right? He just sat down in the middle of the zone.
He squatted right in the middle of the zone.
Yeah.
Emoji.
Recovered by the Colts now. The Colts win it 26-22.
Game's over.
Game is finally over. Colts win.
He said this on air. Game's finally effing over. That must have been a brutal game to watch for him to say that. Wow.
26-22.
Almost out. It is picked up. Almost out. It is picked up by the Broncos. Roving.
I didn't skip anything.
Batted it up. Oh God! Stokely down the side.
What's up, D Money? Let me play your drop since D Money's here. Jay Walker, I gotta get a drop for you. Let's see. D Money.
Oh, and can you bring my coleslaw on a separate plate? I hate it when it touches my bread.
If y'all don't know, me and Erroneous, or not, my bad, Erroneous D, not you, but me and D Money are in a coleslaw war debate. Do y'all like coleslaw? I know Jay Walker said she likes it.
Almost out. It is picked up by the Broncos.
But Erroneous D, do you like coleslaw? Yes, Juice Drops. Yes, Jay Walker, I'm bringing it up again. I'm bringing this up again. D-Money, do not throw tomatoes. D-Money, you might get timed out. Oh, man, Erroneous D. Me and you were doing so good. We were doing so good till you said that. Like, not love. Yeah, that's okay. Like, I mean, it's okay if you just like it, as long as you like it. You don't gotta love it. Erroneous D said, coleslaw? Hell no. Oh, man. Why does it gotta be like that, y'all? But I did prove my point. I did prove my point, D-Money. There are black people who do like coleslaw. You just might not be one of them. Okay, now we're going to get into NBA announcers roasting players.
Going to take here to break the drought if you're Toronto. Not bad.
That was a horrific version of the Journey Classic.
Kevin Love, lead upon by.
This is a horrific version of the Journey Classic. I love classic rock.
Stevenson throws him around like a rag doll. His nickname was Born Ready, but apparently it was born yesterday because he wasn't able to contend with Kevin Love.
He's not ready for this one.
Let's see a replay.
Kind of at a loss for words there, aren't you?
Oh man, I'm telling you, this one referee just started shaving last week.
Try to trap. Campaign lets it go. That's the ugliest shot in the history of ugly shots.
Tonight against the Nuggets. 3-ball in the air is good. Or
Exactly.
Over the next couple of days, we got a game against. Oh my goodness!
my word.
What's this all about? Yeah, it was Kevin Knox, folks. Might not want me to identify him, but I got to. On the blow by Clarkson. Tipped up, and Jokic gets it. Millsap had it knocked away. A lot of transition. And Mitchell missed the layup underneath on the reverse. Wow.
That would have changed the way this half felt.
Grant left everything short with the left hand. We're going up and down here, Doris.
Yeah, scoring has slowed down a little bit. A little careless pass for the second time by Donovan.
Said just threw it away. Porter Jr. missed the alley-oop, and it's looking like LA Fitness at 3 o'clock right now.
He said it's looking like LA Fitness. Wait, did he say LA? I think he said LA Fitness. LA Fitness at 3 o'clock. Oh man, that was good. Not one of them was making shots.
Looked like he was on black ice out there the way he was sliding. Oh my goodness, did he actually think he's going to get away with it? Look, oh my goodness.
Hey, we got anti-lock brakes on that system there?
Man, I do not know.
You ever seen that?
And then he looked at the ref like, are you really going to call that? Your name's not LeBron. Very seldom call this. Look, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey buddy, did you bring a passport with you? Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
That was big travel. That was a big travel.
First career traveling violation on LeBron James. That is not fact-checked, by the way.
Oh, wow. But he is one turnover away from his 10th turnover, which would give him a dubious. But there it is! Oh, my goodness! 10 turnovers for James Harden! A quadruple double! That's history, folks.
Take a look at Melo's D. Normally, that would be an oxymoron.
It's never too late to learn, right? It is 18th season.
One more bucket or one more stop. Trace Jackson Davis. Oh! He put the entire country of France in the basket. Take that 8-foot wingspan with you.
And a desperate Portland team Wednesday. How desperate? They just signed Carmelo Anthony.
Did he lose a bet?
The back, my goodness.
That's a foul.
I think it's not called.
At least he didn't kick him in the crotch this time.
Let's just say that's not the worst shot Jordan Poole has taken to the face.
There's something wrong with you, man. But that wasn't friendly fire.
Played for the Clippers for 3.5 years. He got a big contract extension when, oh wait, his dad was the coach. It seemed to work out all right.
You saying there's some nepotism there?
I'm just saying, you know, if you're going to give the money, might as well give it to your kid.
Makes sense.
Boy, Jason Tatum does a lot of complaining. Who does he think he is, Caitlin Clark?
What's the main sport?
Man, that's ridiculous. I call me biased, but I don't think I've never seen Jason Tatum like complain, like overly complain.
Argentina?
Soccer. That's what I was thinking. He looked like a soccer player there. How can you call this? I was wronged.
Accent impersonations. That's borderline offensive.
Terrible.
And there is. There's Mr. Latterman. Mr. Latterman. Mr. You can't shoot free throws on my.
Boston, I forgot. Wait, who's your team for the NBA? I don't mind Boston. I went for the Celtics. When was it? 2024? Was it 2024 when they won the NBA? Trying to think. I know they played against the Mavericks, Dallas Mavericks. Okay, you like the Indiana Pacers? I haven't watched an Indiana Pacers, are they? I haven't watched an Indiana Pacers game. I've watched the Lakers. Who else have I watched? I mainly kept up with the Lakers lately. Oh yeah, I did watch the Celtics too. Oh, and I did watch, let's see what you said. But I don't like Indiana. Erroneous C, do you like the Pacers too?
Because I got to work on my game.
I'm looking here. Thunder up. Oh man, Erroneous C, I played that fight against the Wizards. Wizards in Oklahoma. I played that earlier.
How many minutes? Carroll's gotten any playing time here tonight. How many minutes has he played tonight with all that work he put in on his game?
I think that we've seen the white flag being waved.
Why do you say that, Jim P?
Because the Nasty's getting ready to come into the game.
Ball game tonight, by the way. Russell Westbrook is going to be auditioning for the reconstituted AC/DC. We saw him earlier, and I don't think we showed his legs when he was sitting on the bench earlier. Didn't realize he is wearing a business on the top, party on the bottom outfit.
That's something off of Fresh Prince. Just a small scuffle. They hate us because they hate us. You know what? That's what I said, Erroneous C. I said, That really isn't much. If you watched my live yesterday where we reacted to the sports fights, that one, the Wizards versus Oklahoma, doesn't compare to the ones we seen yesterday. But yeah, it just looked like a shoving, pushing match. It really didn't look like anybody was getting punched.
It is. You know, if he needed the extra money to get the full-length pants, well, I could have loaned it to him.
He's giving the you stink to Shake Shack.
Skip, I'm gonna tell you something. That was uncalled for. What Patrick Beverly did to me at the Lakeland game. I'm gonna tell you something. Skip. I'm a Hall of Famer, Skip. I'm a Hall of Famer, Skip.
I ain't gonna lie, that is a pretty good impression. That is a pretty good impression of Shannon Sharp. But I actually like Shannon Sharp.
The Bulls won. I'm a Bulls fan. Forget the Bulls fan. I'm a Bulls fan. Skip. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to go. You doing?
What are you flexing at, dude? You're down 1,000 points.
How did they get away with that? How do you justify that?
He's young.
Yeah, he's young. He's got 2 points and he got carried away.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. If these players are losing, but they still, you know, flex or do something, celebrate, I'm not mad at it. Let them be proud of the shot that they got or the touchdown that they got. I'm not hating on it, even if they're losing. Maybe that's just me. Like, I've just grown as a person. I don't know. Back in the day, I probably would have hated on them. But now that I'm older, I'm not hating on these people for, like, celebrating, even if they're losing. If they're celebrating the moment where they had a great shot or a great touchdown, let that individual player celebrate it. Now, if you go off celebrating a loss as a team, that's when I'm going to take issue. If you're celebrating a loss as a team, as a whole, that's when I'll take issue with it. But if an individual player is celebrating something that they did right, let them. That's my little rant.
This is Culver. Didn't do much of that in Minnesota. That's why he's in Memphis right now.
This is Jordan with perhaps the ugliest shoes in the league.
He's hating on Jordan's shoes? Wow, imagine being that guy. Imagine being that guy who hated on Jordan's shoes. I ain't with that. I ain't with the Jordan hate. Especially his shoes.
Wear those things, I'd wear them too. I mean, I thought that Kite's shoes in Boston were the worst I've seen in the NBA.
What's wrong with them? The red and the white? I don't think that's ugly.
But Jordans are all-timers. Looks like he painted them himself.
I mean, I've said it before, and I know I'll take flack for it. I think Ben Simmons is one of, if not the most overrated players in the NBA.
Clay, feet set, and three, it's a wedgie.
I wouldn't expect this from Klay Thompson at all. I would expect it from that young
Klay Thompson.
Ball who plays for the Lakers. I'm serious. I'm watching the game last night. He had about 8 of those.
Lonzo Ball is struggling to shoot the ball.
Some of the best off-court shoes, but terrible basketball shoes. Yeah, I understand that. Like, when we're talking about the quality, like, just regular footwear for everyday versus, you know, performance on a court, that makes sense. I could understand that argument, erroneously.
But they're not even close.
Yeah, ahead of McLemore, works on Harden, and if you're working on Harden, you basically one on nobody because he doesn't guard his shadow.
Andre Drummond is back in your picture. He's going to try to take on Embiid.
Guard his shadow. I like little announcers who make little digs like that.
Wow. Did he actually expect that to go in?
Man, that's a professional.
Shannon Sharp, I know he's not an announcer, but he said something like he couldn't tackle a fly. Like something about not being able to, if I find it, I'm just going to play it, but something about not being able to tackle a fly in a field, even if he could see. I don't know, something along those lines. It was funny.
Basketball player right there. That was terrible. That was worse than the 3 he took earlier.
James Harden definitely had a pregame meal, averaging 17 points per game over the last 4.
That looks like an old jersey.
Chill out. I don't know. I didn't find anything unfair with what he said.
That
might be.
I'm not gonna lie. That looks a little bit like the one that you know, like
that like you like
found that on the street vendor maybe. Like
buy one get two free.
Hey, you want this NyQuil Jordan jersey?
It's got ball. It's like the.
This fan's jersey. That's crazy. Now I don't know if I would roast a fan's jersey. That seems a little bit heartless. Like they're paying good money to like go to these games. I don't know if I'm roasting that guy's jersey. But then again, I'm a little bit more sensitive.
Balls. It's like he might have made that at home. I'm just kidding, big fella.
Hey, we're happy to represent, brother. We're happy to represent.
Team, baby. Way to rep the Bulls.
It says Michael Jordan on the back instead of Jordan.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Mackle Jordan.
Mackle Jordan. I had one of those China jerseys. Okay, let me try to read this. I had one of those China jerseys like 10 years ago. You can tell the quality difference. I bet you can. I bet you can tell the quality difference. D-Money laughing too. Oh man.
Mackle Jordan.
That's what's getting me. How do they say it? Mackle Jordan.
Stop, man. Okay, it's not me. It's not me. It's not me.
We got to corral ourselves now.
Okay, we got to get back to the game.
Ask the producer to pipe this into the Clippers locker room so I can talk to you, James. They traded Ben Simmons for you. How did they pull that off? You said, they didn't hand me the reins. You're the point guard. You were holding the reins. And what did you do when you had the reins? You scored 9 points in Game 7 against Boston. You blew a 3-2 series lead.
Me, the clear eyes guy.
Hey, James, you're the problem. Then you're going to go and point fingers at everybody else, and you're going to go back home and you're going to start swiping right for another team, and there's not going to be anybody left. Because, James, you're not the beard, you're not the system, you're the problem.
Okay, there's that. The NBA roasts from announcers. Okay, now we're going to get into voice cracks from announcers. This ought to be good. We're starting off strong. We're starting off strong with this. Got Michigan. I know I've got some Michigan fans that subscribe to me. 3 a.m. I believe is a Michigan fan.
Well, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State's Jalen Watts Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game. Unbelievable.
Oh, so Michigan got upset by Michigan State in this one. I ain't mad at it.
Receiver.
Hubert Owens will tell us about it.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the defense.
This is Michigan State. That was when Jim Harbaugh was there. I'm wondering if that wasn't the year that he was on the hot seat. Like, if he was not going to win a championship, he was going to be gone. And that's how he cheated his way to the top the next year to win the national championship. What's up, Go Cree Cree? Good to see you. Let me play Go Cree Cree's drop. Let me see where I'm at on this. Okay, we're 42 seconds into this.
I got
Oh. My bad, guys. My bad. Where are my... There we go. Cree Cree.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yes, I know the Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
Got Cree Cree in the building.
Ball comes out! The ball has come out!
I'm going to fast forward back to where we were at. Okay. You said go Spartans. Okay, so you're a Michigan State fan. Good to see you, Cree Cree. Yeah, you know, going back to that though, I always get so heated over Jim Harbaugh because that was pretty sure the time they got upset by Michigan State, that next year was when he was on the hot seat, but then he ended up winning a national championship. And if I'm not mistaken, Michigan State ended up firing their head coach. Didn't they have like a scandal or something? Big Natty, Michigan State had to fire their head coach too, if I remember right. Anyways, back to the voice crack announcers.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the defense, number 6. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Well, let's see. We're going to get the call here.
Okay, there's
after reviewing the play,
apparently.
The whistle was blown dead. The goalie was shoved into the net with the puck. That is not a good hockey goal.
Already from the 22, 2nd and 10. Mariota to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. Eric Decker hangs on to that one for one of the biggest catches of his life.
Oh, they're gonna call it. Do you like FSU? Yeah, I have some FSU fans in here too. I know Mike is a FSU fan, and I believe Highway 20 is an FSU fan as well.
Careless, thought that Von Miller jumped across.
Offense number 78.
Refs right here.
5-yard penalty.
Those are the voice crack announcers, and apparently some refs mixed in there as well. Now, let's see. What's next? We've got 8 times announcers regret what they said on air.
What's up, guys? Color commentary in the NFL is an interesting beast. The broadcasters are responsible for filling the void with interesting discussion for 3 to sometimes 4 hours at a time. While commentators have been a staple of professional sports forever, traditionally it was on radio, and their primary responsibility was to provide the fans with a detailed play-by-play call. Play-by-play isn't the easiest task by any means, and it takes a special kind of talent to be able to do it in a compelling fashion. But today's color commentators have started running into a whole slew of new challenges that are unique to their profession. Because the viewers can clearly see the action as it unfolds before them, the commentators don't have to describe every last detail that's happening in the game, yet they still have to make sure there isn't too much dead air. As a result, they end up leaning on interesting storylines about players and colorful quips about the plays on the field.
LC were talking about the dead air earlier. She mentioned dead air, like announcers. Oh man. I'm just gonna let it play.
Keep the viewers glued in on the screen. Unfortunately, 4 hours is a long time to create dialogue, even with the on-the-field action to lean on for the talking points. So what happens to a lot of these guys is they slip up and try to make a joke or two, and, well, even worse, they state misinformation that ends up embarrassing them and their network. Surely this has happened since the inception of sports commentating. It isn't a brand new issue, but because of the cultural changes in today's society and the massive growth of social media, these slip-ups now take on a life of their own, and often leave the broadcaster at the public's mercy. Depending on the nature of the mistake, sometimes the response is just a slew of jokes, or sometimes it's a collective outrage. Either way, being on the wrong side of one of these blunders is not where any commentator wants to be. Let's take a look at 8 of the worst commentator mistakes, which the gentleman in question definitely wish they could take back. Make sure to subscribe to TPS and put on your notifications. We post videos all the time. New videos all the time, subscribe. Number 8, glad I didn't go to Greg Gumbel's school. You would think that a lot of these on-air mishaps would happen to inexperienced broadcasters who are just in a little bit over their head. But that's not always the case. In fact, a lot of times it's the seasoned vets who get too comfortable and slip up.
That was what you just said, talking about announcers who get too comfortable. Wow, yeah, it's true.
That is exactly what happened to Greg Gumbel, who has not only been in broadcasting since 1973, but has been working in NFL booths since 1988. Not only that, but the industry actually runs in his family, as his brother Bryant was also a sportscaster. It's crazy that commentators like him have this experience and still manage to have these on-air gaffes that leave their partners and viewers scratching their heads. Now, his mishap was a little bit more mild than most of these, but still, it should not have been uttered on air. It's just not worth it.
And then Travis Kelce is throwing people around like a school teacher. That's not right.
It was a low-scoring start to a game between the Steelers and Chiefs, and he presumably saw an opportunity to spice up the game when he referred to a play that the Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce made as throwing people around like a school teacher. Really, Greg? A school teacher?
That's the only one that really... Nah, I won't say too much here. We'll just let it play.
Nice. It's hard to believe he didn't think that this would draw ire from viewers who were either A, school teachers, B, have loved ones who are school teachers, or worst of all, C, had traumatic past experiences in this area. His partner immediately...
I didn't think about, like, the traumatic, yeah. Traumatic aspect of it, yeah, that's going to cause an issue.
Recognizes the mistake and tries to save him, and instead, he basically doubled down on the take. Number 7, that little what? So speaking of old-timers with a bevy of experience that should know better, this old clip had recently resurfaced and made rounds on the internet. And, well, it was not met with an incredibly warm reception. Howard Cosell was one of the most prominent and influential voices in the sportscasting world and has had a number of iconic calls throughout his career. However, amongst all the gems, this one he might want to take back. It took place during the season-opening Monday Night Football contest between the Cowboys and the Redskins. This was back in 1983, after Redskins wideout Alvin.
O.J. Simpson. There's one O.J. Simpson in this picture.
Garrett recorded his 6th reception of the first quarter, and the sportscaster remarked, "Joe Gibbs wanted to get this kid. And that little monkey gets loose, doesn't he?" There was no social media back then, but the outrage still poured in pretty quickly. So much so that Cosell felt the need to dispute the racism claims being made against him later on in the contest.
According to the reporters, they were told that I called Alvin Garrett a little monkey. Nothing of the sort, and you fellas know it.
Now, there are a couple of things worth mentioning here. For starters, this was a much different time in society, and despite referring to himself as arrogant, pompous, obnoxious, vain, and cruel in the past, he was also well known for being a very progressive figure in the media. Some even argue that he didn't see people in terms of color.
I really hate when people say stuff like that. I really don't like when people say that they don't see color. I don't agree with it. And this is why I don't agree with it. How do y'all color pages? If you color pages, you're going to pick up a certain color. So, you know, regardless, you do see you do see color. Now, that's not to say, like, you know, there's not people that have, like, good intentions and bad intentions. Like, obviously, there's a difference between that. But regardless, we all see color. We all identify color every day in our lives. I don't like when people say that. Oh, I don't see color. Yes, you do.
Totally colorblind when it came to race. He didn't care.
And that brings us to our next point. This wasn't the first time
when it came to race.
He had used the term little monkey to describe a football player. 11 years earlier, during the Hall of Fame game, he referred to Kansas City Chiefs running back Mike Adamle as a little monkey as well. And it's especially noteworthy because he was in fact white.
To the outside, breaking tackle, finally stopped by Richmond Flowers. You know, that little monkey, again, the theorem was that he was too small.
All things considered, I think we can give the famous broadcaster a pass in this one. It was probably an accident.
Jay Walker, are you giving him a pass? I'm not. I'm not giving that man a pass. I'm not. I don't think there's any reason whatsoever to be saying that. Even if he said that to a white player, I'm not okay with that. Why are you referring to them in that way? In any capacity. I don't give a pass for that. Leave that out of it. Yeah, you remember that? You know, that's something you could post about, Jay Walker. But I'm not giving that man a pass for that one. I'm not.
But still, you've got to think that when it was all said and done, perhaps he would have rather kept the call to himself. Number 6, a Kareem Hunt joke turned to bad.
Don't add extras into it.
ESPN's weekly Monday night segment, come on man, is always good for a laugh. The whole thing is based on making fun of people after all. And while most of the jokes will remain timeless, this Come On Man moment sure looked bad 1 year later. During a Come On Man segment in September of 2017, Hall of Fame cornerback Charles Woods.
Good to see you. I seen you in here earlier. Glad to have you back. obviously. Y'all go subscribe to CDT Beats. Y'all know the drill. You better be subscribed to him, especially if you're over here. I know he was talking about him running around, but it's not good for commentating. Exactly. Exactly, Jay Walker.
Compared an NFL cameraman to Kareem Hunt, as footage played showing the former running over a Kansas City Chiefs cheerleader.
The city's getting a lot of love these days, but look at the cameraman. Oh. Is that Kareem Hunt or the cameraman?
Now at the same time, that joke was pretty harmless. But then in November of 2018, footage resurfaced of Kareem Hunt kicking and assaulting a woman during...
Let's read this. Let's see what CDT says. How about just left the dollar store and this old white lady told me that I smell better than butter biscuits on Sunday. Ha ha ha. I don't know if I should feel offended or not. Now that's a compliment. I think that's a compliment. Butter biscuits, that smells good. That's a compliment. I wouldn't feel offended at all. Man, you must be smelling good if she said that though. What sense did your wife get you? She must got you smelling good.
An altercation at a Cleveland hotel back in February of that year. Hunt was subsequently released by the Chiefs and placed on the commissioner's exempt list. So Woodson's once perfectly fine...
I'm wondering now too, like what scent was it?
Joe turned pretty sour just 14 months later. He probably never imagined it would turn out like this, but I'm sure Charles wishes he could take...
Subscribe to CDT Beats. Jay Walker, drop the link, and if you are a part of the replay gang and you've made it this far, y'all can screenshot I don't know if an Android user could do this, but I know for iPhone, Apple users, you can screenshot this, go back to the picture, and you can copy the text, copy the link, and there you go. So make sure y'all subscribe to CDT Beats and tune in to his live later, because I'm gonna see everybody in here. Y'all better hit the like button for CDT Beats later. Oh, Jimmy Choo. Interesting. Jimmy Choo, man, the blue bottle, or Jimmy Choo Ice, the white bottle? Man, you guys are getting specific with it. The black bottle. Interesting.
One back. Number 5. This one got away from Gus Johnson. During his prime, Chris Johnson was one of the most exciting players to ever grace the football field. In a sport that features some of the world's most gifted athletes, Johnson and his blazing speed still managed to stand out. It seemed like every week he would break a long run and leave defenders and fans alike scratching their heads. They wondered how in the world could he move that quickly. One of these runs came back when he played for the Tennessee Titans during a divisional matchup with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They ran a basic pitch play and Johnson simply burned the entire Jags defense for a 52-yard touchdown. As shocked as the Jaguars players looked, Gus Johnson, who was
I just couldn't help but notice this guy's talking about the football announcers, and the background has "Go Mets." I couldn't help but notice that.
That day seemed equally surprised as he exclaimed, "He's got getting away from the cop speed."
Watch out! He's got getting away from the cop speed. Touchdown!
He's got getting away from the cops speed. I don't know about that one, y'all. I don't know. What?
Yeah. I think he meant no harm by it, maybe, but still, there had to be a better analogy.
He meant no harm by it? I don't know. I don't know about it. Like, man, y'all know how I feel about like double standards, hypocrisy, and all of that. Say that about a white player too. You know, that's what gets me, is like when you're targeting just one group with saying these things, we need to get rid of that. We need to get rid of that.
he could have used for that one. Number 4, who had a worse week than Al Michaels? Pretty much everyone has had an experience with an elderly person who just is not up with the times. And as a result, well, they say something that is completely inappropriate. They usually don't mean any harm, but that doesn't change the fact that they have wildly offended someone. Unfortunately for Al Michaels, he's getting up there in years, and his day of reckoning came in a very public way. During a nationally televised game, Michaels said that the Giants were coming off a worse week than Harvey Weinstein, the notorious
That was a sensitive topic to be speaking on.
scumbag who was facing trial for a slew of despicable charges.
Giants are coming off a worse week than Harvey Weinstein, and they're up by 14 points.
Not only was the comment totally out of place and undoubtedly offended thousands of people, it was just awkward. No shocker that the producer got in his ear and had him apologize just minutes later. This helped soften the blowback, but yeah, this was a rough look for the veteran broadcaster. Number 3 might be a good time for a fact check. One of the most tried and true staples of color commentary is telling anecdotes about 2 things: what NFL players do with the money from their massive contracts, and their relationships with their families. Chris Collinsworth took a hack at hitting both.
Interesting fact. So some of the fill-in dead air space gets mentioned on like how players are spending their money, what they're doing in the off season, and so on. So anytime you start to hear that in a game, pay attention to it, because they're most likely just trying to fill in dead air.
Both tropes in one fell swoop. And let's just say he missed horribly. He was calling a Dallas Cowboys game and started rambling about how Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott used his money to buy his mom a house. Hello?
What? Y'all, how many times have I spoke about Dak Prescott and I mentioned his mom passed away when he was at Mississippi State? Like, I talk about this often. Like, I've kept up with Dak Prescott since he was at Mississippi State. He said he spent that money to buy his mom a house. That, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of ticks me off. That's kind of heartless.
Lovely story, really. It was. The only problem,
I'll be honest, I don't remember him saying this.
Dak's mom tragically passed away from colon cancer in 2013.
I play for free. He got his mom a house. He's happy. He said sponsorships pay for a few other things.
Collinsworth was not even close, and Twitter quickly let him know about it. And rightfully so. This was a pretty brutal mix-up. Fortunately, someone in production was able to get a fact check his way rather quickly, and he issued an apology to Prescott. Still, this was a very cringeworthy mistake. You have to imagine that whoever fact checks Collinsworth's talking points before the broadcast ended up getting a
You don't even know what he really spent the money on. Talk about something else. Don't speak on something you don't know the answer to. That's risky. That's always risky to do that.
very serious talking to. That is, if the person in question still has a job. Number 2, all of the Saquon comparisons. There are a few ex-players who have earned the "he who shall not be named" honors in professional football for a variety of reasons, most of them being for despicable off-the-field actions. One of these men is ironically one of the most infamous NFL players of all time, Orenthal James Simpson, better known as OJ or the Juice. During his prime, Simpson was one of the most charismatic, beloved figures in the entire country, let alone just football. He was an amazing running back and had a personality that was tragically magnetic. But just as
a controversial take on this, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think that the jury got it right. That doesn't mean I don't think he wasn't guilty, but I think the Dream Team, they presented reasonable doubt. And in a court system, you have to convict beyond a reasonable doubt. So the fact that the Dream Team was able to present reasonable doubt, I think it was the right verdict. Regardless of whether I thought he did it or not, the fact that they brought reasonable doubt into it, I think that jury got it right. And I know a lot of them feel bad about their verdict, like they later on went to regret their decision on how they chose. But, I mean, I'm not mad at it. And so, OJ, okay, so you're one that believes that OJ didn't do it. Now, everything I've researched, like I've looked at all the different angles. I've heard all the different stories. But just going off facts, how the case, like the evidence, all of it, I mean, I think he really was guilty, but like I said, the Dream Team, they did great. They presented reasonable doubt, and because they presented reasonable doubt, you have to rule not guilty. Because if you can't convict beyond a reasonable doubt, I mean, that's how the justice system should work. Obviously, we know it doesn't always work like that.
Impressive as his peak was, his fall from grace was equally insane. Simpson was part of one of the most infamous trials of all time, and for better or worse, he will always be a prominent figure in American culture. That being said, the NFL has distanced itself from Simpson for obvious reasons, which makes it all the more surprising that Jason Witten decided to compare Giants star running back Saquon Barkley to Simpson while he was breaking down his tape.
All the great running backs, and I would certainly put Barkley in there, that never got to a Super Bowl. O.J. Simpson, Eric Dickerson, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Twitter was rightfully floored by Witten's choice to do so.
This one's crazy to me because obviously Jason Witten, I love Jason Witten. He played for the Cowboys. He also attended a high school that's not far from where I'm at in North Carolina. He went to a school in Tennessee, but I mean, I have no issue with what he said. If you think about it in this way, like, we don't judge R. Kelly's music based off his, like, actions. Like, we separate our feelings with that. Like, we can still enjoy R. Kelly's music, but not like what he did. You can still, compliment O.J. Simpson's career, but not agree with his actions. Like, I think you should have separation with that. I don't respect it. Barkley ain't O.J., and I'm an Eagles fan. Yeah. I mean, I would have to go back and look at O.J. Simpson's style. I feel like O.J. Simpson was more rough, more tough, obviously, but I would have to look back at his footage and then look at Barkley to be able to determine if they have some sort of similarities other than just the fact that they're both running backs or were running backs. R. Kelly, Robert Kelly, two different people. Exactly. The Juice and OJ. What else was he called? Orenthal. Those are three different people. Okay, let me go back.
There are some similarities to the way the two men played football. I mean, maybe, but there are a plethora of amazing running backs throughout NFL history that he probably should have considered referencing first. Number 1, was the call too big for him?
One thing too is the sizing. I feel like OJ was more, like, he was a bigger running back than compared to Barkley. I don't know. I don't get that one with the comparison, but.
Without any hyperbole, being a kicker could be the most stressful position in all of sports. Obviously, they don't have as much responsibility.
I hung up on this comparison between Barkley and OJ. The only thing I could think of erroneously is maybe like their ability to maneuver on the field. Maybe that. I don't know.
As a quarterback, and they only trot onto the field a handful of times a game. But the amount of pressure they are under to succeed is unmatched. It isn't just the insane amount of pressure that they're under, but the stigma that surrounds kickers in football. I mean, if the kicker misses an important field goal, not only will he have to face the rage of an entire fan base, but
O.J. Simpson has the biggest dang head I've ever seen on a human being. He had to be juicing. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. Talking about OJ's head. Pause. Somebody will take that the wrong way. Pause. Just gonna say that, just in case.
Job is almost always at risk. A couple of missed kicks, and next thing you know, it's back to slinging insurance. They are human beings after all. Well, the Monday Night Football crew did not seem to have very much sympathy for San Francisco 49ers rookie kicker Chase McLaughlin when he shanked the daylights out of a potential game-winning 47-yard field goal.
Oh, he punched at it, and it had no chance at all. The moment was too big.
I remember watching this, and I just buried my face in my hands. I felt so bad, especially because the 49ers were undefeated. This was his time to shine, and he didn't. He did not shine. I understand Joe Tessitore was trying to save with the call, but McLaughlin drilled an even further field goal to send the game into overtime in the first place. And he still brutalized him on national television, claiming the moment was too big for him. I mean, again, I get what he was saying. The moment was just too big, and he was nervous and whatever. I get it. But just like, you know, maybe the moment was too big for Joe. So Joe, next time, just, think about what you're saying.
I would have to go back and look at the game, but you don't know if the other team had called a timeout before to ice the kicker. Because, they will do that. The other team will take a timeout to ice the kicker. Try to get them to start overthinking before they return back to the field and attempt to kick the ball again. And sometimes it does work. So who knows if that other team had tried that. It ain't easy being special teams. Okay, next. Y'all, this one's one of my favorites. And I used to have it on my other intro. But this one from Bama will go down as one of the worst to me.
Wow, I'm telling you, quarterbacks, you get all the good-looking women. What a beautiful woman.
Wow, AJ's doing some things.
So for context, this is during a national championship game. It's Alabama versus Notre Dame in a national championship game. And this man's focused on AJ McCarron, the quarterback for Alabama's girlfriend.
Right.
So if you're a youngster in Alabama, start getting the football out and throw it around the backyard with Pop.
I said I get it in a way because, she was beautiful. I get the distraction. But they're coming back to the field. And he went on about this lady. And Kirk Herbstreit, who was with him, was trying to, get him back on topic, but he was still talking about this girl. Okay. That was just my personal favorite. Now, top 10 times announcers ruined a game.
Have a nice day. I'm Daquan Young, and today we present 10 times where the announcer ruined a great game. Subscribe to the channel, and let's see if we can get this video to 1 million likes. Also, join us in the comments below and let us know what announcer call ruined the game for you. And a big shout out to Jason Port's videos for suggesting this idea to us. Being a sports announcer is one of the coolest jobs out there. You're paid a lot of money to call the biggest sporting events on national television, and hell, you can make an epic sports moment even more great if you can call it properly. Unfortunately, some of the best sports moments of all time were ruined by terrible commentary. Looking at you, Joe Buck. Number 10, Dick Vitale, UConn versus Syracuse in '95.
He used to commentate. I know that he had cancer. I don't know how he is now. I would have to go look and see an update, but I couldn't stand Dick Vitale, especially when he commentated the Duke and Carolina games. I would always, I could not. I hated when he was commentating because he was definitely a Duke fan. But I always loved when Carolina would beat Duke and shut Dick up. Is Dick Vitale still alive? Yeah, I mean, he did have cancer. I don't know an update on that. Somebody would have to Google it and see, but he did have cancer.
UConn and Syracuse faced off in what was to be an exciting college basketball game in 1995. Nobody could really pay attention to the play on the court, though. That's because Dick Vitale was too busy trying to hog the spotlight to himself.
Down, the lone shot bar. It's wacky time. It's showtime. It's party time. Stars Connecticut, the capital of the basketball world.
Lead 6-15.
Much.
Oh, what a big jam. Wallace took it in his hand.
away. Dunkaroo? Was he on something? I wonder if he was on something during this game.
Don't say that, they'll hear you in Bristol. Oh, he drives in a three. One big shot after another. College hoops. It doesn't get any better, baby.
It's awesome, baby. Number 9. Jim Nantz, the 2012 AFC Championship game. The 2012 AFC Championship game was a pretty hyped up battle. It was a rematch of the previous year's title game. It was Ray Lewis and his Baltimore Ravens against the New England Patriots. Judging by his voice, it seemed as though Jim Nantz wanted Lewis's retirement party to end that night in Foxborough.
Throws, got his man, Pitta for a touchdown. Pitta scored a touchdown against the Patriots in September, scored against them last year in the AFC Championship game, and he's in the end zone again tonight. Throwing on first and goal. Up top, and Bolden has it. Touchdown, Baltimore. Brady throws, and he's intercepted in the end zone.
Number 8, Joe Buck, the 2002 NFC Championship game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Philadelphia Eagles met in the 2002 NFC Championship, one of the top 3 biggest NFL games of the season. Brian Mitchell started things off with a bang, but Joe Buck seemed more worried about putting you guys to sleep.
Mitchell.
I remember this one. He just said his name over and over again. I remember this.
Mitchell. Down to the 25. Third and goal. Quick throw, Johnson. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. All the way.
Definitely improved since that one. He was at a loss for words. CD2 beats. Yeah, I guess so. I would say so because all he could say was his over and over.
Touch down the field. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers may ride to the Super Bowl with that one.
You need a cup of Joe there, Joe? Number 7, all announcers, Patrick Kane Stanley Cup clincher. The 2010 Stanley Cup final featured the Chicago Blackhawks and Philadelphia Flyers. The Blackhawks were looking to win their first championship in 49 years, so the announcers had to be on their best behavior. Unfortunately, this weird goal by Patrick Kane confused all announcers. We were deprived of a historic call as a result.
Taken by Campbell. Here's Campbell handing on to Kane again. Lots of head fakes there trying to shake Tiemann. Threw one in front. Oh my, it rattled around and it kicked on back and it scored. We saw no light, we saw no signal, and we're not sure if they've set us.
Here's Jim Houston.
Kane, watched by Kimo Tiemann to the net. He stopped it. Where's the puck? It came loose to the other side.
Here's Chicago's radio announcer.
Kane now, juking his way to the right, lower left corner. Shoots, he scores! Oh no, that's turned wide by Leighton. Loose puck in the crease, and now it's in the net. They score!
You can't blame them. You just wish they could have trusted Kane's instincts. Number 6,
So they
Pat
got
Summerall,
mixed
the
up. Okay, welcome back, Derek. Good to see you.
1998 NFC wildcard game. Much respect to the late Pat Summerall for having one of the most storied broadcasting careers ever. He didn't seem to be that keen on calling an NFL playoff game for the ages, though. Brett Favre's Green Bay Packers versus Steve Young's San Francisco 49ers in the 1998 NFC wildcard game.
Into the end zone, touchdown to Antonio Freeman. Young, right up the middle of Clark, touchdown. His second of the day. Favre rolls right, throws deep, touchdown. That's Antonio Freeman. Young stumbles on the way back and fires up the middle. Pass is caught by Owens. Owens made the catch.
Old guy probably didn't get much sleep the night before.
Yeah, not
Number 5.
Commentating.
Jim Nantz, Super Bowl 44. Jim Nantz is definitely one of the most legendary announcers ever, but for some reason, he really just seems bored.
A dive, spins twice, and is in for the touchdown. In the second quarter, second and goal. This time, they've got the catch and the touchdown.
One of the most iconic moments in NFL history took place. Nantz didn't seem to care.
It's iconic how similar Favre and Rodgers' careers are outside of the interceptions Favre threw. That's true. And, I mean, if you look at the QB's development and how Rodgers was under Brett Favre, it's only natural. That's why I wish, you know, we had that. Like, now you don't get that. You don't get QBs sitting under veteran quarterbacks. And I think to myself, who is really that guy for a rookie QB to sit under these days? Because you really don't have a Tom Brady, a Aaron, well, I mean, you do, who knows if Aaron Rodgers is coming back, but besides Aaron Rodgers, I mean, you really don't have any QBs learning under a veteran QB. The only one I could think of is Aaron Rodgers with Jordan Love. But Jordan Love, like, people are making claims that he chokes in big moments. I don't necessarily agree with it, but anyways.
Number 4, Joe Buck, Game 7 of the 2001 World Series. Nothing better than a Game 7 of a championship
Joe
series.
Buck. I remember I was watching, I don't even know, maybe it was the Astros, but I was watching a baseball game, and I was like, man, this guy sounds so much like Joe Buck from the NFL. I never realized Joe Buck also commentated baseball games. I will never forget the first realization I had of Joe Buck commentating not only the NFL but also the baseball games. Favre really didn't mentor Rodgers, though. He saw him as competition. That's true. That's true. He saw him as competition. Favre also is notorious a-hole, similar to A-Rod. Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, like, if you listen to him, like, there's times where he's talked about things that he did learn under just watching, just observing Brett Favre. But as far as the relationship goes, it was definitely competition.
Take the New York Yankees and Arizona Diamondbacks, who met in the 2001 Fall Classic.
I will add, I don't think either one of them are a-holes. I'm very, very cautious to call someone an a-hole who I don't know personally. So, but, you know, I have watched so many interviews with Brett Favre, so many interviews with Aaron Rodgers, and you see their personalities, and you start to learn things, and you see a different side of them versus what just people see on post-game press conferences or during a football game. You do see a different side of them. So, I am cautious to say anyone that I don't know personally is an a-hole. The only way I would merit that is if I met them and they gave me a reason to say that.
Game 7 was a thriller for the ages, but Joe Buck had absolutely zero interest in being there.
Williams holds it second, and it's 2 on with 1 out as Tino Martinez delivers to tie it 1-1. Soriano into deep left field. At the wall, Yankees on top, 2-1.
Spencer and right.
Into center field, a good start for Arizona. Grace with his 3rd hit.
The commentating in it doesn't sound like he's bored to me.
2 on, 1 out, and Womack into right field, a hit. Here comes Cummings. It's tied. Going to 3rd is Bell.
Energetic in his commentating. I don't see an issue with this one.
Tony Womack delivers. It's 2-2. Floater, center field. The Diamondbacks are world champions.
Number 3, Brent Musburger, the 2013 BCS National Championship.
Yo, this is the one I was talking about. This is the one I was just talking about.
College Football National Championship game is one of the biggest sporting events of the year. It's also the first. It was Alabama versus the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in 2013. But everybody can only remember Brent Musburger's love for Catherine Webb, the girlfriend of quarterback A.J. McCarron.
You see that lovely
Y'all,
lady there?
Y'all can look her up. This is A.J. McCarron's wife now. They did end up getting married. They have children together. But if you guys look her up, she is still beautiful, in my opinion. Like, I still think she's beautiful. So I get the fascination, but to do this in a national championship game and to go on and on, that's the part that I just did not like, is when he just was. I was like, dude, the game's going on. Like, get back to it.
Good Auburn, I want to admit that, but she also, this Alabama, and that's A.J. McCarron's girlfriend, okay? And right there on the right is Dee Dee Bonner. That's A.J.'s mom. Wow, I'm telling you, quarterbacks, you get all the good-looking women.
I mean, that was funny. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was funny.
Beautiful woman.
Wow, AJ's doing some things right down at
So if you're a youngster in Alabama, start getting the football out and throw it around the backyard with Pop.
Well,
okay, he
to
doesn't
be
have
fair,
a full clip in this, but if you watch the full clip of it, Kirk Street tries to get him back on track. And this guy, during a play, is still talking about that girl. I was not a fan of that.
she did look good. Number 2, Pat Summerall, Super Bowl
like a
30.
beauty pageant girl or something. Look at Chelsea Lynn putting in that work again today. Yep, that's right. Here I am again. Here I am again, Mo. Good to see you. Wait, what is that word? What? I don't know if that's an appropriate word for me to say, CDT. But yeah, most likely that's what he was doing. Okay, I'm back. I'm off work now. On to my second job. Oh man, yeah. Are you talking about editing? Are you talking about editing Cree? Is the second job? It means he was doing too much. Okay, yeah. He was doing way too much. Way too much. Especially in that play, because like I said, that's what ticked me off, is when they were, back from the huddle, getting lined up, and you're still talking about this girl. That's just so, I mean, besides the fact that that was already inappropriate to begin with, but to go on and on about it, yeah, I was not a fan.
6. Super Bowl 36 featured Kurt Warner in The Greatest Show on Turf, the St. Louis Rams, and on the other side, it was Tom Brady leading the New England Patriots. It was the Super Bowl for the ages, but Pat Summerall didn't treat it that way.
Here's Brady back. Firing end zone, touchdown! Patriots, David Patton made a great catch. Minute 37 left. Warner lofts it, and Ricky Prohl is going to score. Here comes one of greater importance if he makes.
He does not sound energetic in his commentating.
And it's right down the pipe.
Number 1, Joe Buck, Super Bowl 42. David Tyree made the greatest catch in Super Bowl history. Just how did Joe Buck feel about that? Bored out of his mind. And when the Giants ended the Patriots' perfect season,
Brady steps up, throws, downfield, broken up.
Deep pass, but it was broken up.
pretty obvious choice for number 1.
Okay,
have a nice day.
That's it for that one. What is up, Beard Man? Y'all go subscribe to Beard Man. He has his own channel. We definitely want to support each other here over on the Touchdown Tribe. If y'all are content creators, let me know. I'll always try to shout you out and mention you. Y'all already know, go subscribe to Go Cree. She's the one behind the G Hudson roast, because that came from her channel. So shout out to Go Cree. Okay. Now we have the angriest announcers. So this ought to be good.
And we get a whistle. And some Nudnik running downfield.
It has been years since I've been covering a game where we've had a moron run out on the field. And it's been a delightful
I can't remember
number
his
of
name.
years.
Is it something Ryan? I don't know. The one with the weird teeth that coached for the Jets, who's now a commentator on ESPN. or sports, not a commentator, but a sports analyst on ESPN.
That is so incredibly stupid.
That's our coach. Rex Ryan, thank you. That's his name, Rex Ryan. Yep. I knew it was something Ryan. Y'all, that's our coach at Dallas. I did not realize he was at the Jets as a coordinator. I'm pretty sure that is Dallas's head coach now. That looks an awful lot like him. Wow, that's crazy.
As I'm sure he will be able to deduce for himself over the next few hours.
Yeah, as he spends it in jail, which is right where he ought to go.
The loser goes 8-5. Waiting for the smoke to clear. It's about the I gotta say, it's the stupidest thing in sports. There are pyrotechnics now with every pregame show, halftime show. It's doubly stupid in indoor arenas, in the NBA and NHL. And this whole place was just full of smoke 2 minutes ago. Because
That's funny. That's funny. I remember that. The smoke shows that come out for each player, and he was heated over that. It looked like it was a fog in the arena, in the stadium. Oh man, y'all, I'll get into that after this.
some garbage at halftime. And, you know, I'm going to say it once, and hopefully I'm wrong, but it's a disaster waiting to happen. This is Miles Austin up past the 20 to the 28-yard line. We check in with Angriest.
Fortunate that we had that on our air live.
That celebration from Randy Moss. That is, he was just mocking what Green Bay does, because Green Bay does that. They shoot the moon. So Randy Moss was just mocking him, as we learned earlier, because I had another video with that.
Disgusting by Randy Moss. Well, let's get back to the play.
Brett down at the 47-yard line.
This one's my favorite, y'all.
Got to be kidding me. I can't believe what I just saw. Looking at that play, he should have just held on to it, Paul. He should have. He could have easily gotten 5 or 6 yards if he would have just pulled that thing down and dove forward. But why do you even ponder passing? I mean, you can take a knee and try a 56-yard field goal. This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl.
The way that he had that man yelling, you would have thought he had money on that game, y'all. The way that man was yelling.
Incredible plays along the line for the Saints to stay alive, pending the extra point by John Carney. And he missed. No! He missed the extra point wide right.
He sounded devastated. He's another one. It sounded like he had money on the game.
Oh my God! How could he do that? This one is over as John Carney misses his first extra point of the season.
17, 16, 15.
See, they have to go deep into the end zone.
We better put some people in the end zone, right, Joe?
Walker, the way he said, no! He sounded completely wrecked. That happened.
Exactly. Right.
I mean, there's nobody inside the 10.
Get back, guys.
Here it is. The season's on the line. 2 receivers left and right. McCown takes the snap. He's
touchdown. No. Man, he's another one. Man, these guys are starting to sound like they have money on the game. That's crazy. He's very dissatisfied that they scored that touchdown. Those are local broadcasters and analysts and are cheering for their team. Yeah. Yeah, you could tell that this one came from NFL.com, which that's mainly where you get your local sports broadcasting. But usually when you're doing broadcasting, you're supposed to have a non-biased sound to you. So that's why I think it's funny.
No! The Cardinals have knocked the Vikings out of the playoffs! I believe it was caught by Nate Poole.
He's being mugged by his Cardinal teammates. They're Minnesota Vikings crying on the field.
They've got to have it.
Oh.
And they don't.
Oh, my goodness.
This is not local. This is not a local broadcast. This is one of your mainstream broadcasters commenting this in this one.
It just continues around here. It's just...
Wow.
It can't continue like this for Tampa Bay. 2 years in a row, over and over again.
Yeah, that's, was that, Sunday night?
They're down by contact. MD Jennings still has it. He still has it, Larry.
No, I'm not disputing that fact.
I can't believe they had two officials right there, and they ruled in favor of Seattle. Here's
Now,
the
I think this is where you will see commentators get a little heated over controversial calls. I've seen it with Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. Y'all know I'm going to bring up the Des Bryant catch. But you've seen it with that one. You see it with this one. There are times where they get upset over the call because you can clearly see it, especially when there's refs around.
That is terrible. I didn't think something could be called worse than the Sam Shields interference.
That is unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. That's a travesty. That is awful.
All right, y'all. That is it for all the announcers. With the good, the bad, the ugly. Go back to this screen. But good to see you, 3 a.m. Y'all go subscribe to 3 a.m. Thought Club. He has his own channel as well. It's really great. It's very informative. Make sure you subscribe to him. I believe he's live on Tuesday nights. So, y'all go check him out. But those announcer calls were crazy. I still think about the one from Bama. And then also the one with the Vikings. That's the Vikings one. That's a good one. Let's see. What'd you say? I usually go in with randoms or I play with... Okay, you're talking about gaming. You know, one thing I wanted to talk about is Aaron Rodgers. Like I said earlier, I was watching Pat McAfee show, and I keep waiting. I keep waiting for an update. Is Aaron Rodgers going to stay with the Steelers and play, or is he retiring? And they said that he was at one of the fundraisers he has with flag football, and he was seen playing, throwing the ball around, looked in good shape. But there's still no confirmation if he is returning or not. Many are speculating that he is, and this is why the Steelers aren't pressed about it. I think for the fans, he should say, hey, I'm returning, because the fans are the ones that are getting ticked off about it. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know if y'all got anything else that you want me to talk about. Could talk about the Falcons, although I haven't really read much other than when they got Tua Tagovailoa. And obviously they have Stefanski. I know that, oh, thank you, Beardman, for subbing to 3 a.m. Thought Club. I really appreciate that. One last ride. He don't want to do preseason stuff. That's true. That's true. He's definitely not going to do preseason. I mean, that's a for sure bet. If you see how he handles the tush push, whenever the Steelers, like, and all these other teams are implementing the tush push, he was like, yeah, y'all got this. He was just seen pointing, hey, give us the first down. He stayed out of it. He wasn't he wasn't involved in the tush push. So I think that's a for sure bet that he's not going to do preseason when he won't even do a tush push. he's definitely going to do whatever it takes to protect his body at the age he's at, which is understandable. I'm not mad at it. I think that's a great idea. I would like to see Aaron Rodgers is, you either love him or you hate him. And I don't mind Aaron Rodgers. I would like to see him win a Super Bowl, a last Super Bowl. I really go for these old guys. I think it's very, it says something about their character, like their hard work ethic, if they're willing to go out there and do that at this age. I'm not mad at it, and I support them. But I know that Aaron Rodgers is just one of those guys, you either love him or you hate him. Oh yeah, before I forget, let me see if I can get the link. I will most likely be on Real to Sports podcast this Saturday, I believe, is when we set that up. But if y'all want to go subscribe to Real to Sports, I am supposed to be on there this Saturday. If y'all want to go check out his channel, I just dropped the link to Real to Sports. But I don't know yet what we're going to be getting into in that podcast. I told him, I was like, just send me the plan, the game plan for the show. And he said that he, like, you know, he'll let me know whenever we get close. But yeah, that should be fun. We'll see what happens with that. And I think he said at 7. So it'll be Saturday at 7, I think, is when I'm supposed to be on there. It ain't happening with the Steelers. Not enough talent. That's true. Erroneous E, who do they have as wide receivers? Do you know? I'm still curious, y'all. I'm still curious about Stephon Diggs. I'm curious about if he's just going to end up retiring or if he's going to just go to Miami. I've heard talks of Miami, and there was one other team that I heard about for, maybe it was the Falcons, for Stephon Diggs. But I don't know. I don't know. Outside of DK, nobody. So that makes me wonder, would they go with, I would have to think that Aaron Rodgers is someone who would kind of be like a Tom Brady did with Antonio Brown, and he would support Stephon Diggs, but I don't know. Even that's questionable. But I heard talks of Stephon Diggs going to Miami for sure. And I can't remember the other team. Let's see, who else? Trayvon Diggs. I've kept track of Trayvon Diggs. I haven't seen nothing with that. With him being signed. So it'll be interesting if he ever plays again. I'm hoping he does because he is young still. He's like 28. I would love to still see Trayvon Diggs get an opportunity and play again. I just don't know if he will because he left on a bad note. And he has not had a good season since like 2022. Because he had an injury in 2023, had another injury in 2024, tried to come back in 2025, and then got a concussion, and then Dallas ruled him out, and then they released him. Then he went to Green Bay. Green Bay released him. So I don't know what's next for Trayvon Diggs, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Diggs brothers. Diggs ain't the answer. He could be be a good number 2, but his elite year's over. Trayvon can't run anymore. Convert to safety or it's over. Trayvon, I don't think Trayvon. Oh, never mind. That is a good point. I didn't think about that. That is a good point. Because of the work it takes to be a cornerback. Because you have to run, you have to be able to keep up with the wide receivers. I do think that if you look at Trayvon Diggs' off-season work, I do think he still has that ability to do that. He still has that skill set. He is someone that's a ball hog. He has a height advantage in some areas against certain players. So, I don't know. I think being a safety, though, would be a more secured, safer option for him. What else can we talk about, y'all? Y'all got anything else for me to cover? Because if not, we will be ending this live. I'll try to get a live prepared for tomorrow as well. Unless I just decide to take a break and do like some videos. I do want to catch up on some short form content and videos. It's difficult to do all three because I get so wrapped up in one. Like, I want to be able to do shorts and to do live streams, but so much effort goes into just one short. Like, I put a lot of effort into the shorts that I put out. I put a lot of effort into the live streams I put out. So, I don't know. We'll see. RG3 said something about doing flag football for USA. What does that mean? Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know what he's talking about. He could be talking about USA versus the NFL. They recently did a game, and I was watching the playback of that, and that was not good. It was not good. Jalen Hurts threw interceptions. Joe Burrow had interceptions. They got a lot. The Team USA for flag football got a lot of pick sixes in that game. So if that's what he's referring to, which I'm assuming that's what he is talking about, yeah, it was not good. It was not good. Yeah, I heard the NFL was getting showed up. Yeah, maybe we can talk about that if I plan a live for tomorrow, or if I just choose to react to something. I don't know. Y'all, I do want to react to some topics on Alabama when it was Terrion Arnold, Patrick Surtain, and Devontae Smith on their podcast. Devontae Smith was the guest, but I do want to do some like reactions to that. But then I'm like, I don't know if you guys would be interested in something like that, because I've always been fascinated with their careers. Being somebody who's a Bama fan and keeping up with their careers in the NFL, I really would like to break that down and talk about it. But I don't know if that's something you guys would be interested in. If not, I did think about just making it a short, like doing a ton of shorts with that and possibly a video. But like I said, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I'm either having to go all in doing the live streaming or all in doing my shorts. Like, for a while, I was putting out the shorts and the videos. It's hard to do both. I want to be able to do both, but there's just not enough time in the day to make a short, make a ton of shorts, edit all the shorts, post the shorts, and then do the videos, edit the videos, because we're talking about hours. We're talking about like a full day's work of what goes into doing this. And then the live streams, I talked about it in a post. I said that I was going to have to do something different, because planning these lives, all the content that I save, all the, all of it, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to gather all this and plan the show. YouTube is a full-time job. Exactly, CDT. You know what I'm talking about. It's a full-time work. And I just can't, I don't know how I'd be able to break down these lives. I have wanted to break down the shorts or break down the lives and turn them into shorts, but then I'm like, how am I going to plan for the next live? Because by the time I end this live, I'm either planning for the next live or I'm going to have to dedicate time to making shorts. I can't do both. It's one or the other. Now you see why it takes so long to do a video. Exactly, Cree. It takes a lot of time. Working and then doing content creation, and I mean, it'll take months to do these video side projects, which I don't want to. There ain't no way. If I do, I have to be all in something. If I have a ton of side projects, it won't get done. It won't get done. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's either I have to go all in on it and then post it, or it's not gonna happen at all. Because I know that if I just worked on it little at a time, it's just gonna get left in the back burner, and I'm gonna be, I'll grow tired of it. I'll end up hating it and not ever post it. So yeah, that's just how it goes. Let's see, what'd you say, Cree? I'm waiting for your comment. I had to break down and get an editor. Yeah, I remember you talking about that, getting an editor. I don't blame you. And see, I really like my editing style. Okay, so I have thought about editing for other people. Because, you know, I'm not gonna name names, but I had, like, people ask me if I would edit for them, and I was like, yeah, that'd be something I'd be down for. But now I'm like, how would I do it? Like, I don't know how, because it takes all day from the time I get off. Like, if I make dinner, start getting to work on planning the next live, literally all night and into tomorrow, I am saving content, planning out the live, getting everything in order. Then I have to go into my OBS, add everything. It's just a lot of time adds up when you're working on this. So I don't know what I'll end up doing. Tomorrow I might take a break and just focus on some shorts and videos. This is the thing, is I don't want to get burnt out. I think I've had enough break from the shorts. Now I kind of want to make some shorts again. So tomorrow I might just take a break, plan out some shorts. Like I said, there's videos that I want to react to with Devontae Smith, being on the podcast with Terrion Arnold and Patrick Surtain, because there's some really good clips that I can turn into really good shorts from that, and then also possibly react to. So I might just do that, because I always want this to be something I enjoy. Because if it's ever a moment of I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, then what's the point, right? But yeah, that's my little rant on content creation. I guess we can go ahead and close it out. I will end with a motivational video. Again, it's going to be from Deion Sanders. So let's go ahead and get into it.
You got to start standing for what you believe. If you believe you're going to be a pro, practice like it. If you believe you're a good guy, be that. And do not sacrifice that. Stand up. Even when the pressure's on you, stand up to what you know is right. You got to start standing for what you believe.
That was good motivation. I needed to hear that after my little rant on content creation and how much time it takes. This is a good reminder. I needed to hear this.
If you believe you're going to be a pro, practice like it. If you believe you're a good guy, be that. And do not sacrifice that. Stand up. Even when the pressure's on you, stand up to what...
And I know he's speaking to a team of men, but women, anyone can, whether you play sports or not, you can relate this to your own life. If you believe in yourself, act like it. Like, if I believe this is something I can do, I need to act like it. Yeah, I really like this.
You know is right.
Let me play it one more time.
You got to start standing for what you believe. If you believe you're going to be a pro, practice like it. If you believe you're a good...
I believe I'm going to be a pro at this. I need to practice like it. I need to put in that work, which I am. I'm putting in that work, and I think you guys can see that. But I need to keep with it.
God, be that. And do not sacrifice that. Stand up. Even when the pressure's on you, stand up to what you...
I'm feeling the pressure. I'm telling you, I'm feeling the pressure right now. I'm feeling the pressure with trying to, like, get so much content out on all these different areas of the YouTube platform, with shorts, with videos, with live streams. Now, I'm feeling that pressure, but I need to stand up. I need to put in that work if this is something I truly believe in. The message overall is a good one. Yeah, I agree.
No is right.
Yeah,
You got to start standing for what you believe.
I'm gonna play it again.
If you believe you're going to be a pro, practice like it. If you believe you're a good guy, be that. And do not sacrifice that. Stand up. Even when the pressure's on you, stand up to what you know is right.
That was a good message. You got this, Chelsea. I believe in you. Thank you, CDT, for the support. I know you're always one to encourage me, and I really appreciate that because I definitely need it. I feel so defeated. I was starting to feel defeated a minute ago. I ain't gonna lie, I was starting to feel defeated. Like one of those moments of like, what's the point? What's the point of me doing all this? But then I get encouragement like that, and it's like, no, you got to stay with it. You got to keep putting in that work, keep putting in that effort, because eventually it will pay off. It will add up. And I got to believe in that. I got to bet on myself. I got to believe in that. Yeah, that was encouraging. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that we open with a motivational video and we close with a motivational video, because sometimes I'm feeling defeated when I'm opening up the live, and it's good to just hear a motivational word. And then when I'm about to close out, I start to be hard on myself and feel defeated. And so it's good to close out with a motivational video. Leave it on a good note. So I really like that I implemented this because it's been a lot. We all have those moments, for real. I do too. And y'all encourage me as well. Yeah, I'm glad that we can be an encouragement to each other. Yeah, 100%. Go Cree. Alright, see y'all in these YouTube streets. I'm out. Me too. I'll see you guys later. I closed my live talking-ish. And you know what? It's a good way to end it too, because it's funny. And we get a good laugh out of it. Unless you're serious. Sometimes you might be serious, but yeah, we get a good laugh out of it, the way you close out. Later, Juice Drops Entertainment. Okay, later, y'all. Oh, let me say bye, Touchdown Tribe. I always forget to call you guys the Touchdown Tribe. But bye, guys.
I know that last night we let the liquor talk, but baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. I know that last night we let the liquor talk.